So how's it going, everybody? Welcome to my Evil Within Akumu mode speed run on a new game. So I'm just going to go through every gory little detail like I did in my old run, and I'm just going to do the same thing in this run, so I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So this is going to be a no death, no god mode, no damage mode, and also I turned off the tutorials. So I believe the tutorials, when you turn them off, it's going to save you some time. So that's why I turned it off. Um, of course, I'm still going to be using the DLC, which is the Fighter's Pack. I believe that's what it's called. So when I get to Chapter 3, I'll have the double barrel shotgun. And then when I get the arrows, also in Chapter 3, I'll get the poison bolts and the incendiary bolts. And that's pretty much it for now. So like I said, I'm just going to go through every little detail and just let you guys know what I'm doing. And of course, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you're more than gladly to send me a message. Also too, you'll see me restart the checkpoints as well. The reason I do that is because you'll be put into a better position. So that means that you'll save more time on some checkpoints when you restart the checkpoints, because the game's going to put you further to your destination. Also, too, restarting checkpoints replenish your stamina all the way up. This is very helpful when you play New Game Plus, but this is not a New Game Plus run, but it still helps even on a new game depending on the checkpoint. So that's why you'll see me restart the checkpoints. But I did mess up on like 2 or 3 checkpoints. I restarted by accident. So I'll just explain that when I get to that certain part of the game. But that's pretty much it. So I'll just continue on what's going on here. So after the cutscene, you just want to go to this TV here. And then you're just going to skip. You're just going to skip as much as you can when the game allows you to skip. When you have that option, just skip. Nothing really to talk about in this chapter because it's so just like it's more of an intro. It's kind of boring, but I'll actually I actually do have something to talk about here. Actually, there's a trick somebody found. I believe his or her name is Mihawk. I think Mihawk Boo. Mikaboo, Mihawk Boo, it's one of those. And he or she, it's actually on this part, found a way to grab the knife out of the zombie just by 2 swings. I'm not really sure how to do it. I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. But I know they're on New Game Plus. I don't know if New Game Plus has anything to do with it. But I believe you can grab it. You can grab it within 2 swings, but I'm still trying to figure that out. So if you guys know, let me know on how to do it, because I think I grabbed the knife with 3 swings, I believe. We're going to find out actually right now. I think it's 3 swings. We'll find out. So you see him walking away with the body. You're going to be able to grab the knife now. So let's see. I guess that's like 1, and then I guess 4. It took, I guess, if you count that little one, it's like 3, 3.5. But he or she was able to grab it within I believe, the 2nd swing. So if you guys know how to do that, let me know, because I can't figure it out. I don't know if it's a New Game Plus thing or not, but nonetheless, let's get started. So we're just going to crouch over where the sadist is. We're going to grab the key. He's not going to be able to see us, so we're just going to hurry up and grab it. So grab the key there. We're just going to turn around. And then we're just going to follow this pathway here. There's going to be a door over here. We're just going to open it with the key. So that gets open, and then we're going to do some more crouching up the stairs. There's going to be a checkpoint here. We're going to restart so our character can slightly move forward. And then there's going to be a little piece of string, I guess you could say, or rope or whatever that we touch. As soon as you touch it, what's going to happen is the sadist is going to come up and chase you. You're just going to open this door and start running. You don't have stamina in this chapter, so you can just keep running and running with no problems whatsoever. And then there's a cutscene shown here that your leg gets damaged and is exposed. And the sadist presses this little pedal there, and this little part is gated off. We have to run into that little vent area there so we can hurry up and go through it before we get killed by the spikes. Just open it, we slide down, whole bunch of blood down here. There's going to be some spikes and stuff there, so just avoid those. Just move to the left for the first one, move to the right for the second, and then you'll jump into this pool of blood. There's going to be a ladder on the right side. You're just going to slowly walk over there, and then you're going to climb up it. And then on this part, you're pretty much going to be crippled throughout this whole chapter until you get to the end. So he's just going to be walking really, really, really slow. Checkpoint here, we're going to restart it here to slightly move forward. And we're just going to follow the pathway here. You're going to make a right. You're just going to keep going. And then this part here, you kind of want to go in between. I don't know how to explain it, but you want to get close to the ladder as you can. So to that little curved part, like in the middle, you just want to jump off there so you can get close to the ladder, and then you should be able to grab the ladder within like a few steps. So as long as you fall where I fall, you should be fine to climb up the ladder faster. And then we're no need to pick up the document. We're just going to keep going forward. We're going to be going forward very slowly because he is walking very, very slow, like I said, because he's crippled. And then there's another part that saves time, but I wasn't able to do it in this run because I found out about it late, but I'll show you guys where you can also save time in Chapter 1. You'll probably see me do an individual run, and we'll see how that goes. But I believe the name is Mihawk Boo. I think the person that found some pretty cool stuff in this chapter, so hats off to that person. So we're just going to follow the pathway, keep going. As soon as we open the door, we're going to make a sharp right. And then the sadist, as soon as you close that door, the sadist is going to come. You're going to see him through the window. Just wait until he is going to open the door. As soon as you hear him open the door, you want to hide in the locker. And then what's going to happen is that he's not going to see you. He's just going to come in. He's just going to be looking around. And then there's a doorway to the right side of me. We're just going to wait until he opens that, and then we're going to restart the checkpoint to save time. So we're just going to wait here for a little bit. So there he goes. He opens it. You restart the checkpoint, and you're outside of the locker. Okay, so what you're going to do, I'll show you guys how to save time, but what you're going to do, you're going to grab this, the glass bottle, and then you're going to throw it at where I threw it, and then you're going to pick this one up, and then you're going to hurry up and throw it as soon as he breaks down the barricade. But there's a quicker way to break down the barricade. So, okay, so you broke the barricade, you throw the bottle, a glass bottle on the outside, and then you just go where he broke the barricade. So the quicker way to break the barricades is that you can actually use a glass bottle, use it at the barricade, and the barricade breaks. So I didn't know that. That was, I think the name is Mihawk. I believe that's the name. So he or she was the one that found it. So nice little trick there that the person found, and I will be using it in my individual run. So now you run into him again. You just go over the little, I guess it's like a hospital bed, I guess you can call it. Keep walking, and then you'll run to a cutscene where the sadist is almost about to kill you. You go into the elevator safely, and no more of him in this chapter. And then there's just some more cutscenes, and then it's pretty much the end of the chapter. Just a few more minutes, and then we'll move on to chapter 2. Okay, so after that, you'll be out of the elevator, and then you're just gonna keep walking forward. The camera may get a little funky, so you're just gonna have to just hurry up and move it to the side, straight forward again. Then you're just gonna keep walking, and then you get closer to the door. The building's gonna start shaking. Then you're gonna be able to start running. So just open this door here, move, go sharp right. You're gonna make a left, go over the body, open this door, and open it, and skip the cutscene, and chapter 1 is complete. Moving on to chapter 2. Alright, you guys, so chapter 2, let's get started. So you're going to run into this cutscene here. As soon as you see the option to skip, you're going to be transported into a different area. What you're going to do is just wait till he gets up, and then you're going to grab this gel right there in that bottle. As soon as you grab it, you want to start punching so you can move your character faster to the door. As soon as you get close to the door, you want to press the button so you can activate the cutscene. You'll see a nurse named Tatiana open the door for you. This is also going to be pretty much like the save point area of the game, and it's going to be where you upgrade your stuff. And also, too, I forgot to say, no upgrades, too, as well. This is a no upgrade run as well. And then you're going to keep punching because it makes you move faster.
You're always welcome here.
I've been hospitalized.
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. Please.
So then hold the spacebar as soon as you're able to, because you want to save it, but you're not going to actually save it, because when she says sign in, you're just going to bring the menu up and then just escape. As soon as you open that gate, you want to hurry up and start punching. So Tatiana will, hurry up and come over here. The faster you come in this little room area, this is going to be the upgraded area of the room. But like I said, we're not doing any upgrades either. So no deaths, no damage, no god mode, no upgrades, and the tutorials are taken off. So then you just use the gel that we grabbed. You're just going to use it, and then skip as soon as the option shows that you can skip this cutscene. And then what's going to happen is you're going to be in a car. You're going to get out, and as soon as we get out, we're going to grab the syringe. Now the trick is when you grab the syringe, as soon as you grab it, bring up the menu, because if successful, you'll be able to skip the I guess I'll call it the tutorial, because usually when you grab new weapons, it's going to show like what it does, and it's pretty much going to show like the picture of it, what it does, But in order to skip that little tutorial part, as soon as you grab it, you want to mash. I think it's V to bring up the inventory, and then use a syringe right away. And then you're just going to follow the pathway here to grab the lamp. So just make sure you keep an eye out on your stamina, because we have stamina now. As soon as you grab that, you're going to skip. And after that, as soon as that happens, you're just going to run over to where you see Connolly eating the zombie, or person, I should say. Person or zombie, but I believe it's a person. and then you're gonna grab his pistol here, and then what's gonna happen is, I mean, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this scene. It's pretty much like if you played Resident Evil 1, this scene should look familiar for you guys. So he's gonna turn around. He's gonna get up. As soon as he gets up, you're gonna start to move again. Just cut the corner to the left. Run away. No need to kill him. He's not gonna chase you. And then you're gonna run into the this patient named Leslie. Pretty much, I guess he kind of warns you that this trap is here. So the traps are gonna be for our agony crossbow. Pretty much, you need trap parts in order to upgrade your bolts for your crossbow. So that's pretty much what that's there for. So any kind of traps or crafting materials you pick up throughout the game, you can use that for your crossbow. So you'll see me pick up a lot of those throughout the game. So we disarm it, we advance into the game. We're just going to keep running over here. Then there's going to be like a little mini cutscene here that shows us a dead body where the matches are. Usually if I had the tutorial on, it would show like, it's pretty much showing you a tutorial on how to burn people. But I took the tutorial off so it doesn't show it. And then you're just going to keep advancing to this area here. We're going to run into a haunted over here. So what you're going to do is just you're going to try to shoot him in his legs as fast as you can so you can knock him down so you can hurry up and open the door safely. And you should be able to. I was able to get 2 shots off, got very lucky. I hurry up and kick the door down. I think he was close to me. No, he actually wasn't, so that was good. Hurry up and jump out the window and you're safe. He's not going to chase you as soon as you jump out the window. Then you're just going to keep going down this pathway here. You're just going to kick this gated door down here. We're going to run into a cutscene where you see the more haunted enemies. Then you're just going to skip. And then as soon as you're able to move, we are going to just hurry up and run past them. No need to kill them. There's going to be a checkpoint ahead, and we're going to restart. And we do that so the 2 enemies that are chasing us don't chase us anymore. They get respawned back into their original positions. I'm going to pick up this bottle here, get this guy's attention. He's going to try to kick me. He misses. Hop over the fence. We're going to run near the fire because there's a guy over there too. We're going to get his attention. We're going to light up the hay. As soon as we do that, we kill the enemies. We're going to throw the bottle over that house because the enemies that are far, far away over in that area are going to get distracted. I went to go grab the matches over there, and we're going to disarm 2 of these traps here. And if successful, you shouldn't have to kill these enemies over here. And then just run when safe to do so. Burn these 2 guys here because we have to. Kill this guy with the torch here because we have to. And then this guy we don't have to kill if successful. What I'm doing is I'm standing near the fence, and if he's standing in the second column of the fence, you're just going to see him run. He's never going to hop over the fence, but it can only be the second column. So that's why I was standing near the fence so he can run towards me into that second column of that fence. So if successful, he's just going to keep running at the fence and never hop over it. And then we're just going to advance into the game here. This chapter is pretty much ended. We're just going to keep running. We're going to see a whole bunch of haunted. We're just going to run. No need to kill them. Of course not because it's a speed run, but just keep going. Keep running. Get to this cutscene over here. Skip it. And then that is the end of chapter 2. Moving on to chapter 3. So, alright, you guys, chapter 3, let's get started. So, what's going to happen is you're going to start off in some water when you start chapter 3. As soon as he starts to walk out the water, the cutscene will end pretty soon, as soon as you get near the stairs. So, what you're going to do when you're able to move is you're going to want to shoot that box to the left side. That's the only one that's there, so you don't get stuck when you're running towards it. That's usually what I do. I shoot it, run, and then you're good from there. And you can start running. Then when you get close to the stairs, you want to aim your gun because you're going to start walking, but you can move faster when you hold your gun. And then you're just going to burn these enemies here that are dead. pick up the matches, open this door here, go through the door. Barricade's going to come down so you can't go through the door again. Restart the checkpoint to save some time. Going to go through this door here, get the axe. We're going to go around because we have to get the bombs. We're going to disarm some traps. We're just going to use the axe to break the window here. Go through. We're going to disarm these traps. These bombs so we can get the trap parts. And we'll be using these for our arrows. Or a crossbow, I should say. And then just go up the stairs here. You'll see the doctor guy. Just open the door. You're in a cutscene. And then we're just going to wait until it ends.
Ambulance before it crashed, right?
Yes, we're lucky to be alive.
Have you seen anyone else?
My patient Leslie. I saw him running up ahead, but
Also, too, just to remind you guys, this is chapter 3, so I am going to have the double barrel shotgun, the poison bolt, and the incendiary bolt. So after he's pretty much almost done talking, there's a switch on my right side. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold the axe so we can move faster. We're going to hit the switch, and then we're going to use it. So by doing this, we're going to be able to move a lot faster and pretty much get close to the doctor guy. So hold it, hit it, use it so we can move the little traps down at the bottom there. And then we're going to equip our double barrel shotgun. I'm going to hold the axe for a little bit because the game still forces you to walk. And then we're just going to run, go down these stairs here. We're going to jump out the window here. Those creatures are in animation, so they're not going to turn around and kill you. They're programmed to go through the window, so you're fine. Just keep running. The doctor guy should talk pretty soon. Sniper guy's there. You stop a little bit, but that's okay. As soon as the doctor guy talks, you just bring out your axe, move slightly faster. So the creatures shouldn't be able to see you as long as you're in here. And then I put the axe down because we're going to use it for the sadist. I'm going to grab this one over here near the table. And then I'm going to go over here and open this treasure chest over here and disarm this trap. So we disarm this treasure chest here. We get some trap parts, shotgun bullets, and we also get the flash bolt. So in this part here, I'm just going to explain to you guys real quick on how to defeat the sadist. You're just going to hit this barricade with the axe, hit him with the axe, shoot him 2 times with the double barrel shotgun. While you're reloading, you want to pick up the axe so you can reduce some of the animation, and then shoot him 2 more times, and then open the treasure chest to pick up the ammo, because all we have to do is shoot him 2 more times and he's going to die. As soon as he dies, the checkpoint will come up and you want to restart the checkpoint. And another good reason that I skip it too is because you go into a long cutscene where they show Ruvik. So you want to avoid that by restarting the cutscene after you kill him. And then just pick up his chainsaw, run up the stairs. We're going to kick this door. We're going to grab the harpoon bolt. And then we're going to grab the crossbow. And we're going to get an explosive bolt with it as well. As soon as we grab those, we're going to go down the stairs. We're going to go get the shotgun in this briefcase down here, and then we're going to disarm a trap that's on the right side of us. So as soon as we do that, we're going to get out of this house, and then we're going to use the chainsaw to advance into the level. But this is just pretty much the end here, so we'll just wait until he cuts off this chain here, and then we're able to go through this doorway here. So then as soon as you go through this area, the doctor guy comes, Dr. Jimenez, go into a little cutscene, and this is pretty much it for chapter 3. So with that being said, I am moving on to chapter 4. Alright, you guys, chapter 4, let's get started. So what's going to happen is we're going to be in a cutscene with Sebastian and the doctor, Jimenez. And we're going to be moving very, very slowly. So what you're going to do is you're going to aim your gun so we're able to move faster. if you watched my old run, I grabbed the axe, but we're not going to use the axe in this run. We're going to do something a little different, and I'll show you guys. So we're going to make it right here, follow this pathway here. As soon as the checkpoint gets activated, you want to restart the checkpoint. You should be able to get to the checkpoint as they're about to finish talking, and then melee, so you can slightly move forward because Sebastian's going to be walking. Then as soon as he's done talking, you're going to be able to run. Should be able to get to the door and see Leslie disappear. On this part here, you're going to slightly walk, aim your gun, and then you're going to start running down the stairs. And then so on this part, we're going to use an explosive bolt to kill the invisible haunted instead of using the axe. So if you throw it at that, or if you shoot it at that exact spot, he should blow up, and 2 cutscenes should be activated simultaneously. So they're talking. So there's 2 cutscenes have just been activated, so that's kind of why it's at this part it kind of gets a little weird, because the first one is still going on while the second one got activated, because the second one gets activated when you kill the invisible haunted. So then after that, when you're able to move, just aim your gun, go through the door. It's going to be a cutscene. We're going to be able to skip it. So then just skip it. You see Ruvik ahead, just run towards the door. You're going to get transported into somewhere else, but you're still going to be in the same location. And then you're just going to aim your gun to move faster. You're going to go through the door again. And then you're going to see a pool of blood attacking us. And then as soon as you see the checkpoint, you're going to restart the checkpoint. And then as soon as you start moving in the water, you're going to aim your gun so you can move slightly faster. We are going to pick up the grenade, and then we're going to add the grenade into our shortcut. And then I made an incendiary bolt because we're going to use it. We're going to disarm this trap here, grab the crafting parts there. We're going to run at this door here, and then we're going to see Ruvik. He's going to spawn enemies, and we're just going to kill them. And this is going to be the most effective way on killing the enemies here. We're going to shoot an incendiary bolt right away near our feet. We're going to come over here in this area here. We're going to shoot an incendiary bolt. I'm going to crouch and throw a grenade so we hit the Ruvik clone. And then if successful, they should all die. And the door should open. The pathway should be clear. Just kick it right away, and then run a little bit, and then you're gonna be forced to walk, and then just aim your gun, and then about right at that location there, let go and start running, and then you're gonna start walking as soon as you go through the doorway a little bit. So as soon as you go through it, aim a little bit, and then just let go, and then get close to that body. We run into Laura. You want to get near this door here. As soon as she gets close to you, the door is going to open, a haunted's going to pop out, and then you're just going to run. And then I advise you to keep the light on too as well, because the light seems to get the enemy's attention more faster. And then pick up the shotgun bullet. Laura's going to come and chase us again. That's why he was looking over there in that direction. Go down the ladder, jump off. You're going to disarm this trap here. Hurry up and run. No need to disarm the one that's in front of us. You're just going to crouch under it, and then when safely, get up and start running. And then just run in this elevator here. I ran out of stamina, but that's okay because we're safely in the elevator. And we have to wait for it to open anyway, so no time wasted. And then you could just make sure that all your guns and stuff are loaded while the elevator is coming down. And then hug over to the right so you're able to get out of the elevator ASAP, because Laura is pretty much going to be right behind us. Touch the switch that's on the floor. You're going to start running. And then if successful, you should be able to get out of there safely without Laura killing you. And then we're going to run all the way down the stairs here. We're going to run into Ruvik. As soon as we see him, we're going to run all the way back up. We're going to grab those handgun bullets that I passed up. And then we're going to also open this briefcase up here. and there's going to be a shotgun bullet in there. Don't think it wastes time when you open the briefcase, but if somebody can confirm that, let me know. But I only grabbed the shotgun bullet because it was safe to do so. Because it's better to activate it after after Ruvik comes out versus him not coming out. So it's better to do it when he's actually out chasing you. So then that's pretty much the end of chapter 4. So moving on to chapter 5. Alright, you guys, chapter 5, let's get started. What you're going to do is first is open the door that's in front of you, open the briefcase so you can get the explosive bolt. As soon as you get that, you're just going to advance forward. You're going to see an enemy that's going to be in the distance far ahead over there. As soon as you get closer to him, he's going to disappear. I made 2 incendiary bolts because we're going to use them later on in this level. So count about 9 seconds, shoot the flash bolt on the ground, should be able to stealth kill him after that. As soon as you kill him, the door is going to automatically open. We're just going to run, and then we're going to fall down here. You're going to hold out your gun so you can just fall straight down instead of going into a rolling animation. Kick this wood here, and then we're going to restart checkpoint to replenish our stamina. There's going to be invisible haunted here. We're just going to use the harpoon, a normal harpoon on him, and then we're just going to hurry up and run and open this door here. There's going to be another invisible haunted. We're just going to hurry up, turn around, and use our poison bolt so they can get stunned by it. So they're gonna we pick up the key card. We're gonna get these shotgun bullets here. We're gonna kick the door back open. They should be stunned by the poison bolt, which is good, and then we're just going to run past them, kick the door open. We finally have the key card. We're going to use the key card to open the gate, or I should say the gated door right over here. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's enemies that are trying to open the door. They're pretty much chasing me, but we're pretty much in the safe zone now. We're going to start walking. As soon as we see Ruvik, as soon as you see him, aim out your gun, and then as soon as he disappears, you can start running again. And then we're going to open this door here. As soon as the checkpoint loads here, we're going to restart the checkpoint because I believe that the holes in the holes seem to appear faster, I believe, if you restart the checkpoint. So that's why I did it. Not too sure, but if somebody can confirm this, that would be very, very helpful. So then I'm going to just advance. We're going to on this part, it's a little puzzle. You just have to press the certain blocks. It's pretty easy. You just look through the hole. It pretty much tells you which piece you need to press. So the first one, it was left. This one is going to be left as well. And then the last door we go into is going to be right. So the doors that I go in, the sequence is going to be left, left, right. So then look through this one. Hurry up and exit out. A door appears. They do that for all 3. And then just go through the door and do the puzzle. And then, like I said, that one is right. And then we're just going to open this door. There's going to be blood stains on the wall. We just get near it. A door appears. And then we're just going to advance forward. We're going to open this door here. We're just going to run. We're going to run into our buddy Joseph. And what we're going to do is we're going to skip this cutscene, and then we're going to heal him all the way up. It's best to heal him all the way up because it's a chance that he can die if you just heal his HP halfway. You can save a little bit of time by healing his HP halfway, but I don't take the chance. So then open this door here, start walking as soon as you go through the archway. When you get near the lamp, you want to start crawling near the bed mattress. There's going to be an enemy up ahead. If done successfully, what you want to do is crouch all the way to the right side. You want to hug the right side of the beds. If successful, you should be able to stealth kill the enemy. And normally what's supposed to happen is the enemies are supposed to get up off the bed. About maybe 6 or 7 out of 10 times I can do this at a high success rate, but every now and then they'll get up. But I don't know if it's a matter of luck or just crouching the correct way. But as long as you do what I do, you should be able to kill just that one enemy without the enemies getting up from the bed. And then you just get near this door here. There's bombs here, so Joseph's just going to disarm the bombs. As soon as he does that, the door opens, and then we're going to run into a cutscene. And then what we're going to do is just skip it, and then move on.
Look, let's just get out of here. There's something wrong with this place. Yeah.
So there's going to be a ladder here. We're just going to go up the ladder. And then in my old run, I grabbed the matches and the shotgun bullets. In this run, I did not, so I saved myself some time there. So pretty happy about that. So now the next part that's coming ahead is we're gonna run into Kidman, and she's gonna be trapped in this box, and she's going to drown if we don't save her. So I'll just show you guys an effective way on how to beat this. Honestly, it really depends on whether if Joseph's AI is smart or stupid. But okay, so first things first, we're gonna run to the right. We're going to melee, so we can avoid the rolling animation. When just jumping down, we're going to use an incendiary bolt in front of that gate, so when the enemies pop out, they'll die. Thank goodness there was two enemies close to each other, so I was able to shoot them with a shotgun and burn them. The enemies over here, you should be able to shotgun all three of them when they try to run out, and then you can burn them. Grab the axe if you can, as long as it doesn't glitch to the wall, and then you want to attack the haunted that has another axe, so we pretty much get we pretty much don't lose an axe. So I kind of messed up here. I axed too early, but that was okay. Didn't really lose a lot of time there. Grab the shotgun bullets. And then there's going to be a guy that's going to have dynamite. Just try to kill him off quickly as you can. And then right before the dynamite guy came out, I used I put the grenades on the F4 function because we're going to use our grenades. Restart the checkpoint to replenish your stamina. And then you could also use this checkpoint to keep retrying too as well. So if you screw up, you can just keep retrying, and you won't like lose any time or anything, since this is a segmented run. So if you throw the grenade successfully, you should be able to kill all the enemies. If not, you may have to shoot another one. So that part's actually really difficult, trying to kill all of them. But when you get the axe, you just want to hit the guy that has the dynamite with the axe. So then I'm going to hurry up and grab the shock bolt because more enemies are going to come out. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run to where the enemies are going to come out. And if successful, you should be able to shotgun 2 to 3 of them, and you should be able to burn all 4 of them, since they're all going to be clogged up in that area. So then this part here, I'm going to shotgun the dynamite guys, and I'm going to burn them with the match, since that is an effective way to do this. Killing them. It's a very ineffective method. But the first guy didn't do it too because I felt like I was pretty much too late, and if I got too close, the stick would have blown up. Because if you wait too long, it'll just blow up. So then you get close to Joseph, he starts talking, and then we're going to restart checkpoint soon as he shows us where to go, or the cutscene I should say. So we're going to run a bit here, restart checkpoint, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot one of the barrels, so then I don't have to punch it, because shooting it is actually faster. And then we're just going to run and follow the pathway here. There's going to be a haunted with a stick of dynamite. We're just going to shoot him before he can ignite the dynamite. We're just going to crouch under here. We're going to set the dials up here to save Kidman. I believe the numbers are going to be 22 and 5. So as soon as you do that, cutscene appears. You're going to skip it. You're going to hurry up and jump off and fall down this area down here. And you're pretty much going to catch up with them. You're going to go through this little spaced area here. You're going to pick up this torch here because we're going to use it on an enemy later on. You're going to run from these enemies here. No need to kill them. And then what you're going to do, since we're going to run into water down here, what you're going to do is run to the left. I kind of wasted maybe a second or so there because I ran into the water. And then you should be okay as long as you hug over this area here. We're low on stamina. As soon as the checkpoint comes, we're going to restart. Kick this door to the right. We're going to grab uh, the parts for our crossbow. So we just got more trap parts, which is nice. Gonna burn this guy here. Gonna run up to the other guy, burn him too. And we still have the torch in our hand. So I think if you just press it once, it won't pop out. Then we're gonna kill the fat guy with the torch. We're gonna shotgun this guy here so we could burn him. And luckily, the other guy came close to me, and I was able to burn him. So I did not know that was gonna happen, but it actually helped out a lot and saved me some seconds, which I was pretty happy about. And then this, this part you can pretty much start reloading your guns and stuff if you're low on bullets and stuff. So it's a great time to reload before the cutscene triggers. So pretty much there's a door on the right side, and pretty much what we're going to do, we're going to pick this up so Kidman can go under and unlock it for us. So we'll wait until she does that. So this is the door that I was talking about. She's going to open it for us. And then there's going to be a cutscene up here. They're just going to start talking to each other. You can aim out your gun and just start walking forward until they start talking. And then what I did was because I ran out of grenades, so I had to set the function again. I had to shortcut the grenades again, so that's what I did. I shortcutted the grenade again because we're going to use the grenade. So there's a cutscene. You see some hands grabbing you. You get transported to a different location. As soon as this happens, we're going to move forward. And I restarted the checkpoint because the game makes you walk. So when you restart checkpoint, you're able to run. And then we're going to get the freeze bolts now. I'm aiming my gun because the game makes you walk in that certain location. Grab the trap parts, go down this ladder, jump off. It's going to be an enemy. Well, before the enemy, there's spikes that come up when we hit the switch. It's in the water. We're going to try to shoot that guy in the head, but it was not successful. But it doesn't matter. We're going to climb up the ladder anyways. We're going to open this box here, and we're going to get the trap parts and these freeze arrows and the shotgun bullets as well. And we're just going to hurry up and jump down. And luckily the guy was climbing up the ladder while I was going down, which was nice. Didn't have to kill him. So then I reloaded before I got up to the ladder, so that helped out a lot too, because we're going to use those shotgun bullets. But now I'm going to use this grenade here to, before I use the grenade, I'm going to disarm this trap. And then I am going to ricochet this grenade off the wall so we can kill those two enemies that are over there. Grab some more trap parts, which was cool. Then we're going to kick this door down, and then we're going to ignite this oil on the ground. So you can actually ignite the oil. You don't have to use matches. You can use a shotgun bullets. And then what you're going to do is grab the trap parts. Laura comes out. We're going to wait till the fire goes away. And what's going to happen is she's going to try to lunge at us. As soon as she does that, you're going to run. And then what you're going to do is this cutscene is actually being activated. Usually what's supposed to happen is she's supposed to get burned by the fire. So it registers her getting burned by the fire. So this checkpoint here, I lost about 5 seconds because the only reason why I loaded this checkpoint was because I wanted to see if I can get the lore glitch to happen, which she dies instantly, but I couldn't do it. So what I did was when she came out, I used a incendiary bolt, and then I ran down to the furnace. As soon as she appears there, you should be able to burn her. Go back to the middle part of the body, since we didn't burn it. Should come out. As soon as she comes out, you're gonna have to wait till she starts moving. Then you can burn her with an incendiary bolt. And then what we're going to do is use the last furnace to burn her. And if successful, she should die. So if you use both furnaces and 2 incendiary bolts, she should die. I've tested it out maybe about a good 7 to 10 times in a row, and I was able to do this successfully. And then when she dies, the door opens, or the door the pathway gets unblocked, you can kick the door down and then you can advance. And then there's a cutscene here. This is pretty much like break time here, so just reload anything that you need to reload. If you need to make anything, this is the spot to do so. But other than that, we have to wait. There's no way to skip this. So then there's going to be 3 enemies that have the stems on the back of their necks. So pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to take out the stems as fast as possible. So usually people would use the shock bolt, but since I'm playing on a new game, I felt like I didn't really need to use the shock bolts. And then I restarted the checkpoint here too as well because it saves a little bit of time. I felt like I didn't really need to use it because then I would have to get more trap parts in my speedrun. So I used a shotgun, which I thought was totally fine. So that's what I use. So then what you're going to do as soon as they start moving, you're going to shoot one of them, try to avoid the other 2. For some reason I had invincibility frames there, and I thought maybe you don't get invincibility frames because sometimes I get attacked while I'm in an animation, but I don't know. But I was able to shoot both of them and pull out both the stems out of their necks. And that is pretty much it for this chapter. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and we will be moving on to chapter 6. Alright, you guys, chapter 6, let's get started. You're going to run into a cutscene as soon as the game loads, and then just skip it, and then you're just going to have Tatiana talk to you for a bit. You're going to want to grab the newspaper that's on the table, and then you're just going to stand near these pictures here because you're going to have to look at them when Tatiana's done talking. And then pretty much the photographs you see is pretty much the part of the level we are going to be in pretty soon. So then after all this is going to be like a little, I guess you could say a little earthquake or whatever. So then all the lights are going to turn off and stuff, and then you'll be able to move for a little, and then once you move to the side for a little bit, what I did was I mashed my lantern. So when you mash the lantern, pretty much that's when you'll be able to move, is when you turn the lantern back on. So then you just start moving as soon as you get that thing on, and you're pretty much going to go to the other side where the mirror is, not the one by the jail, but the one by our prison. So you're going to go to that one. You see Tatiana walking to the right. You're just going to follow her. And then we're going to see the Keeper in the distance. We won't worry about him because we're going to run into him in chapter 7. So there he is. He's not going to attack us. That's going to be the next chapter. So then we're almost to our location that we need to be at. And then you're going to run into Leslie over here. And after this cutscene, you'll get transported to where you saw the photographs.
Sebastian? Sebastian? Sebastian?
So then in my last speed run, my old one, I grabbed the harpoon bolt out of the briefcase. No need for that in this run, because we actually don't need it. We can get some later. And we're just going to follow the pathway here straight ahead. And we're able to run up the stairs because it's better if you run up the stairs. If you walk up the stairs, you actually walk slower. So even if you have low stamina, you'll still be able to run up the stairs. Because usually when you have low stamina, your character starts to like run slow. And then I'm going to get this grenade over here because it's going to be important later on. So then up ahead, as soon as I open this door, there's going to be a cutscene. I'm going to skip it, and then you're going to see me restart the checkpoint. Pretty much I restart the checkpoint because it's a safe zone, so if I die, I'm able to restart. So I think I died like a couple of times on this part, but that's why I restart the checkpoint. Okay, so now the trick is for this, I'm going to explain to you guys a trick, an exploit that's used at this area. So there's going to be 3 waves you're going to take out, and those are the only 3 you're going to take out. So I took out wave 1. And then we're going to take out wave 2 now. So those 2 are technically wave 2. And then wave 3 is coming. So it's going to be that guy. So wave 2 is gone, and then pretty much wave 3 is the most enemies that are going to come out. So all this is wave 3. Or I consider it wave 3 at least. And then this is, I would consider this wave 4. So we'll just call it wave 4. So after you kill those enemies that I've killed, you just want to kite the others. And if successful, what's going to happen when you get to part 2 is that when you kill 3 to 4 enemies at part 2, which I'm going to show you guys, what's going to happen is the enemies aren't going to spawn. Because wave 2 is the hardest segment because part 2 I should say, not wave 2, because part 2 is going to be the hardest part because the enemies just keep coming and coming and coming, literally like over 10 enemies, and it's ridiculous. So as long as you take out 3 or 4 enemies and then kite the others, you'll only have 3 enemies that are chasing you. So there's 1, there's 2, total of 3 we've taken out. And we're going to take out the big fat guy because for some reason, for me, I don't know if you guys have this problem, but for the big fat guys, when they get close to you, for some reason it seems like they run faster when they clothesline you. So that's the reason why I take out the fat guys. So that's 4, and we're just gonna kite the others. So we should be fine. Well, of course I passed this part, but I mean, I'm talking for you guys. Like if you guys had problems with this segment, this should help you guys out. So just try to avoid them as best as you can. You're gonna have to circle around them the best as you can. You're just gonna have to pay attention to their movements, and if they try to cut you off, you can either shoot them or just try to use your stamina wisely and just time your run and just try to get away from them. So make sure you're circling at all times as far away as you can. You don't want to circle around them in a small area. You want to use pretty much like the walls and everything else. So just make sure you're paying attention. Like I said, if successful and done correctly, the enemies will not keep respawning because literally there's supposed to be like over like 10-15 enemies that spawn in this area. So if you're done it successfully, you only have 3 enemies chasing you. And then as soon as he opens the door, just run away. And then just skip the cutscene. And then now what we're going to do, restart the checkpoint. We are slightly in a better position. That's why I did it. And then what you're going to do now is put the sniper rifle in one of your quick slots there. So I put it in slot 4. We're going to grab the sniper bullets here. We're going to shoot this guy with the shotgun. We're going to run and restart the checkpoint so we can replenish our stamina. And then we're going to shoot these guys up there. So for those guys that are up there in those boxes, what you're going to do is you're going to use the sniper. You should only use the sniper twice and use the handgun 2 times. So you should be able to shoot the guys on the side with the handgun and then hide behind this wall so you don't get hit by the arrows. The guys that are near the stairs, you just want to use the shotgun so you can shoot them, knock them down. And then this guy here, you want to use the sniper. What I did was when I killed him, I kind of walked over near the bridge because I knew there was a guy chasing me, so I wanted to avoid him. And then at this part, you just want to make sure your guns are reloaded. Grab the shock bolt here, aim your gun so you can just fall down and not go into a rolling animation. And then just avoid these guys as best as you can and run. soon as the checkpoint comes up, you want to restart it. What's going to happen is they're going to put you where the bombs are, and that's perfect because I think this saves time versus just killing the sadist and running all the way back to disarm 3 traps. Uh, I think it's better to disarm 3 traps then fight the sadist. So I think it's a faster way. I'm not really sure if it is, but it seems like that it is. But if somebody can help me out and confirm it, that would be very helpful. So now we're fighting the sadist. What we're going to do is we're going to use a shock bolt. We're going to shoot him 4 times, and he should fall. So you could do 2 body shots, 2 headshots, he should fall. And then those were the harpoon bolts I was talking about. No need to grab the one that was in the briefcase. Then the doorway opens, we just advance. I almost ran out of stamina there. You don't want your stamina to run out all the way because what happens is he goes into an animation and it shows him being tired. So he starts huffing and puffing, gets tired, so you don't want to do that. It literally wastes like 4 to 5 seconds. Also, too, since you're in the elevator, what you can do too is, if you need to, heal Joseph's HP, because if he's taking damage, it'd be a great time to do it now, just for safety precautions. So as soon as the door opens, you're gonna run a little bit. As soon as you go under this little archway part here, you're just gonna start holding your gun to move slightly faster. If I didn't explain, that's why I always hold my gun out, because you move faster when the game forces you to walk. So then when they're done talking, you're going to be able to move again. As soon as you are able to move, you're just going to start holding your gun out. And then there's going to be a cutscene where the guy's going to get his head chopped off. We're just going to skip it. And then you're going to see 2 guys holding Joseph. You don't need to use your sniper rifle. You can just use your handgun. So I actually missed oh god. Yeah, I missed a lot. That's terrible. I missed like 4 times. I missed like 3 times. But when using the handgun, it's pretty random because the handgun isn't accurate. It actually shoots in different spots. It just doesn't shoot in one spot. So that's why it took me so long to get a accurate shot. But it's better using the handgun versus the sniper rifle anyways, because you don't get a lot of sniper bullets anyways. Alright, so also too, as soon as I skip this cutscene, you're going to see me restart the checkpoint. The reason why I restart the checkpoint because I thought that maybe it would advance me further into the game, but you don't lose or gain any time. So, alright, so this part here, we're going to use the same method that I did in my old speedrun. We're just going to shoot the guy as quickly as possible. That has the axe, we're just going to light him on fire, and then we're just going to stand right in front of this little bridge here. What's going to happen is the enemies are going to try to run past me, but they can't. And then there's going to be 2 enemies that are over there on the side, one throwing an axe, one throwing some dynamite. And I'm thinking that the reason that the enemies don't attack Sebastian is because they're probably programmed to hit Joseph, or it's probably because maybe they have to walk to a certain area, and then once they walk that certain area, then they'll, attack Sebastian. But I think it's just because I'm in the way, and they're probably programmed to just attack Joseph and not Sebastian. That's my observation. Because if that was the case, they would have attacked me. So, like I said, if done successful, they won't attack you. You don't waste any bullets. And you pretty much are home free in this segment. So then just start running here. They start talking a little bit. So now what you're going to see me do is I'm going to open these doors now. There's going to be a treasure box we're going to get. It's going to have a med kit and I think some trap parts. I don't remember, but we'll see. As soon as they start talking, aim out your gun, because you're going to start walking again. You want to move faster when you aim your gun. So then, let's see. There's trap parts. So you get 2 trap parts, which is a lot. and then you get the med kit, which we don't need, but that's alright. And then you're just going to advance forward, open these doors here. And then just another cutscene here. They're going to force you to start walking, so you guys know the routine. Aim out your gun so you can move faster.
This architecture seems straight out of the Middle Ages. Yeah, but there's electricity, elevators. This place can't be real. It's like jumbled up memories.
So aiming out my gun, there's going to be another cutscene. Then we'll be able to skip it.
I'm counting on you.
So then there's going to be another cutscene. Another checkpoint. After you see Joseph climbing up the ladder, it's best to restart the checkpoint here because you're able to avoid the lamp that falls to the right. Usually what happens when the lamp falls, you're going to be in an animation, but it's best to restart the checkpoint so you can avoid it, and you're able to run and get closer to our destination. So you're going to see, they're going to show a cutscene, you're going to see a haunted go through the doors, he presses a switch, goes through the door. So now in this part, you're going to want to aim backwards because enemies are going to chase us. You're going to shoot them with the shotgun, press the switch, and then aim your gun to move faster, restart the checkpoint because this is going to be our safe zone. Shoot the box, get the shotgun bullets. Make sure you switch to your freeze arrows because we're going to use them against this boss, and then we're going to have to fight his twin, and I'll show you guys how to take him out. So then we're going to shoot a freeze bullet at him. We're going to get closer and use 2 sniper bullets, and then we're going to use 4 shotgun shells. And then we're going to grab the bullets back here that I didn't grab because it's going to help out a lot. And then I believe it's 3 more shots that should take him out. 1 more should do it. There it goes. You're going to hurry up and run. You're going to shoot an explosive bolt near the grass because his brother's going to start running at us. He pretty much auto runs at you. You're going to grab the shock bolt. You're going to go on the other side here. You're going to hurry up and grab the sniper bullets. You're going to reload. As soon as you do that, you're going to hurry up and shoot the shock at him. And then you're going to start aiming at his head. And then, so 3 sniper shots and then 4 shotgun bullets should take him out. And if done successful, you should take them out quickly like I just did here. His brother can be a little tricky because, like I said, when you kill his first brother, when you kill the first boss, what happens is when he dies, his brother's just going to start running at you. So you have to hurry up and shoot an explosive bolt and go under that little, archway part so you can grab the shock bolt. And then for this part here, you saw me grab the document. You have to grab the document in order to advance into this part. Because if you don't grab it, then Joseph just sits there. So you have to grab the document before he goes over there. And then this opens here. You're gonna be transported to another location. So then in this chapter, if you guys saw my old run, I saved I think twice. There's no saves in this segment at all. Pretty much my saves are my checkpoints. You can always look at it that way. So we're just going to move on. No need for saves. So then you get transported into another area here.
Are you alright?
So then as soon as he gets up, you're going to be able to start moving again.
You don't need to worry about me.
So then there's just going to be a little puzzle that we have to do. You have to do the puzzle correctly. You have to hit the switches in the right order to avoid the spikes from coming out. And then there's going to be a checkpoint restart here because you save time. So time saved, we're going to hit this switch first. And that's going to be the number 7. And then we're going to hit the other one, which is going to be 5. And then we're going to hit this last one over here, which is going to be 9. So the order goes 7, 5, 9.
Maybe we should look around here a little longer.
So now you have to wait. You might not be able to hear, but once you hear the click, then you can run. If you go in too soon, you'll die. And then the elevator comes up. You're just going to wait till Joseph comes with us, just because you have to wait till he gets in the elevator in order to advance anyways. So then we're just going to wait for Joseph here. He needs to hurry his butt up.
It seems that was correct.
So as soon as he comes in here, the elevator is going to start moving. So then move to the left, you're going to go over this little area over here. There's going to be some shotgun bullets we're going to grab. So make sure to grab those because we are very low on shotgun bullets. And then just follow the road ahead. And then you're going to see the Sentinel dog boss fight. Not quite just yet, but you'll see him locked up. He's going to eventually get out. So just follow this pathway here. There's going to be a switch that we need to step on in order to open the door. So then that door opens, and then you just get near this doorway here. Wait till Joseph gets close to you, and then it's just going to Sebastian's going to say that the door's locked. So then Joseph's going to unlock it. And then in the meantime, you want to switch to your sniper because that's the primary weapon we're going to be using on the Sentinel dog boss fight. So then as soon as he gets it open, the dog pops out. And then a few seconds later, we're able to skip it. Best thing to do here, you want to restart the checkpoint because if you don't, he's just going to kill you right away. So then this is going to give us time to kill him. So you're going to quick switch with the sniper rifle. For every shot, switch to a weapon, then go back to it. And then after the third shot, you're going to use your explosive bolt, and you're going to shoot him 2 more times with the sniper, and he should go down. And then we're going to skip the cutscene, and then we're going to restart checkpoint. Reason why I restarted checkpoint here, I'll show you guys a little trick on how or why I restarted the checkpoint. So pick up the shotgun bullets here, disarm this trap here. Okay, so the trick is you look to your left, you're going to see the dog. As soon as you see him disappear in those bushes, he's going to disappear. You're going to hurry up and run, grab the shock bolt, and grab the glasses. He was supposed to disappear a lot longer, but that's okay because we were still able to avoid Joseph's cutscene. But that's pretty much what you want to do through this segment. You just you want the dog to disappear in those bushes. As soon as he disappears in those bushes, grab the shock bolt and the Joseph's glasses, and then just hurry up and run back into the gate.
It's all right.
And if successful, you won't see him throwing the glass bottles. And then to the right, you're going to grab the freeze bolt, and then just advance up the stairs here, and go to this door over here. And this is pretty much the end of chapter 6. Moving on to chapter 7. Alright, you guys, chapter 7, let's get started. So you're going to be in the church now. What you're going to do is you're going to run forward. You are going to run into, well, not run into them yet, but you're going to hear Kidman and Leslie talking. Sebastian's going to start talking when you get close to their location. So what you're going to do is you could pretty much do whatever you want for like a good, I don't know, I would say 20-30 seconds because we're going to have to wait till Joseph gets to this table here and sits down, or bench I should say. And then we're able to talk to him. But if you need the matches, that's pretty much the only spot that the matches are going to be located. So grab them if you need them. So then we're going to talk to him, we're going to skip the cutscene, and then we are going to be transported into a different location. So then we're going to be running forward for a little bit. As soon as we get near the stairs, there's going to be a checkpoint. We're going to restart it because it's going to move us up a little bit forward and replenish our stamina. So then just keep going. There's going to be some trap parts over here. You're just going to grab those as well. Just follow the pathway here. And this is a good chapter for getting trap parts as well, because there's a ton of trap parts in this level, so it's going to help out to get whatever you can. So you're going to see me grab a lot of trap parts. So in this little direction here, I grab these sniper bullets. I think it's very, very, very important that you grab those sniper bullets. It's very important. So after that, just follow the pathway here. You're going to run into a, looks like a drawing. So you're going to use your knife to cut out the lithograph. And then as soon as you do that, the door is going to open. When he's in the cutscene of cutting the lithograph, the enemies are going to stand stationary. So no need to worry. But as soon as the door starts to open, then that's when you need to worry because they may hit you. And then we got the trap parts, and then this part here, I restarted the checkpoint to replenish my stamina. We're just going to go down the stairs as best as we can while having stamina, because that's the best way to go down the stairs. Shoot the lock, keep moving forward. You see the keeper guy far, far away, and then the door closes. So we're supposed to grab all three lithograph pieces. We have one so far, so we are going to grab the other two. And the door we are going to go in first is going to be the one that's on the left. So then we're just going to move forward. We're going to get rid of the poison by turning this valve. So then now we're able to go through the door. We kick it open, move forward. You're going to see some enemies down ahead. So what you're going to do is hurry up and run. Make sure you have enough stamina so you don't get hit by the spikes. We're going to shoot this switch here so we take down the enemies that are down there. Get these grenades and run back to where those enemies died in the spikes. But before we do that, we're going to grab the axe because we're going to use it. So go down these stairs, cut down the piece of wood, open the door, and grab pretty much whatever you can. So I got some sniper bullets, which I was very lucky to get some. And I also got some trap parts. Watch out for this enemy here. Shouldn't get grabbed if he's not close to you. Every now and then you'll get grabbed, so just be careful and make sure he's not too close to you. Then just go down the ladder, jump off. You'll see the keeper closing the door on you. But he's not actually going to come down and chase you. You won't fight him until later on in this chapter. So then after that little event that they show, look behind you. There's trap parts. Grab them. And then you're going to use the valve to get rid of the poison that's in front of you. And then there's going to be a creature that's going to pop out to the right. We're just going to use the axe to cut him down. One hit. And then we are going to use the other valve so we can get rid of the poison so we can go down the ladder. So then after we go down the ladder, we're just going to run. There's going to be a checkpoint down here. We're going to restart it to replenish our stamina. And then we're just going to move forward. There's going to be some enemies down here. They shouldn't attack you. You should easily be able to run past them and even walk past them. Go down the stairs with your stamina. Replenish your stamina because you're going to need to go up these stairs. But make sure, of course, you have enough so you don't get tired. And then use this valve switch to open the gate. So then this part here, you can disarm the trap. If you disarm the trap, the poison doesn't come out. But if you don't disarm the trap, the poison does come out. So I don't know if it's faster to disarm the trap or just to run through the poison. But I usually run through the poison anyways. There's enemies over there. Hug the wall to the left. You should be able to avoid them. Shoot this enemy with the shotgun and you should be good. After you do that, you should be able to turn the handle. So you can open the gate. And as soon as you do that, you want to reload your shotgun and then go up the ladder. And then we're going to be getting the second lithograph. And then we'll move on to get to the third. So just go up these stairs here. Cut this off. And then what you're going to do is you're going to crouch so you can slightly move faster while the door's coming up. And then there's a checkpoint here. Restart it. Looks like it slightly moves you forward as well. And it's just to replenish our stamina. And then you're going to run down the stairs here. And then you're going to come over here near the spikes to grab the trap parts. And then we're going to follow the pathway here. We're going to shoot those two switches over there, if you want to call it those. And then what I did there, I had to disarm that because for some reason I couldn't go through it like I usually can. I don't know if it's a glitch, but wasn't able to go through it, so I had to disarm it. So then a creature falls down. Hurry up and kill him as fast as you can. Usually I use 2 shotgun bullets to the head, and then I use the pistol bullet, and that usually kills him. And then the door should open, and you should be able to run through, restart the checkpoint to replenish your stamina. So then what you're going to do here is go in this little pitfall here. You're going to hurry up and run over near this switch. You're going to pick up the axe, and you're going to start turning the handle as fast as you can. We use the shock bolt because, as you can see, there's enemies that come out of that door there. If you use a shock bolt, you should successfully be able to open the gate with no problems, and you should be able to get the hell out of there. So then as soon as you get out of there, just you're going to come over this pathway here. You're going to open the next, or get the next lithograph, and you do have invincibility frames when you get it, so you won't get attacked. And I didn't crouch here, and I should have, so I lost probably like almost close to a second. And then you want to restart the checkpoint, and then after that you just want to run towards the missing pieces on the lithograph. Soon as you put the 3 pieces in there, you want to crouch immediately so you can get down the stairs faster, and then just start running down the stairs. I know I live by a train, so ignore it, sorry. So hopefully it didn't bug you guys. Anyways, so just go through. As soon as the door opens, you're going to see the keeper. The spikes are going to start coming down, but before they come down, you're going to run into a trap. So then you just mash space bar. You'll be able to get out in time, don't worry. So then just wait till the spikes come all the way down. And then what you're going to do is crouch so you can go under slightly faster. So go under a couple steps, and then you can start running normally again. And then this part here, you're just going to constantly run. So you're going to go to the left. So and then you're going to move to the right. So after you skip 4 bombs to the left, you're going to go to the right, skip 3 bombs, and then just move forward. And then you're going to cut open the gate for Leslie. And then after you do that, you're just going to open this door for him. But then it closes for Sebastian. So what's going to happen is that we're going to run into the keeper now. We still have our axe, so it's going to be a 1 hit for this keeper. So this is why you want to bring the axe with you, so you don't have to use your sniper bullets. It's a good way to conserve on bullets. And then just hurry up and grab that shotgun bullet, and then just get near the door. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to the valve that's over here, and we're going to start turning. You're going to see the keeper come out. He's not going to be able to attack us as long as you spin it fast enough, so you should be fine. Shouldn't get attacked. I've never gotten attacked by him at all. So as long as you do it fast enough, you should be fine. And then just go through the doorway. He's going to close the door. And then he's going to lock it by turning the valve. And then there's a few items we're going to pick up here as well. So there's going to be more trap parts we're going to be picking up, more pistol bullets, and then we're going to also be picking up some shotgun bullets. And then we are going to be turning the valve. As soon as we turn the valve, you're going to see the keeper kill himself, and then another one's going to pop out. So the one that pops out, what we are going to do is we are going to be using a explosive bolt and a sniper bullet, and this will take him out very quickly. So shoot it kind of near him, not too close to him because it'll just explode. So if successful, he should go out with a bang, and then the door will open. And then you're going to cut to the left. There's going to be another keeper. They're going to show a cutscene where he is pretty much hammering down the valve switch handle. So then after that, you're just going to grab the trap parts. You're going to cut back over here. You're going to get the valve now. And then we are going to get the explosive bolt. We're going to run past the keeper, turn around and use a freeze bolt. And if you hear that icy sound, that means that you did get him. I found it easier to cut past him and to just shoot a freeze bolt versus just going around in the whole circle. It's just better if you just turn back around where he is because you can get an easier and better shot. So I did that. So you put the valve back in, turn it. You're able to go all the way down the stairs now safely without getting poisoned. And then just make sure you have stamina to go down the stairs. And then you're going to lock this valve down here because the keeper is chasing us. And then after he does that, you're just going to turn around, go up the ladder, and then there's going to be another event that's going to pop up. So when you go up this ladder, the keeper is going to attack us. If you mash fast enough, you'll be able to get out of his. You'll be able to get out. You'll kick the keeper off your face. If you're too slow, you'll die instantly. So then the keeper gets spawned, but we are going to kill him right here for now because we're using this switch to take him down. So no more keeper for a while. And we are pretty much at the end of the chapter here. We're going to do a few more running parts here. We're going to restart the checkpoint to replenish our stamina. And then just, like I said, make sure you have the stamina for the parts for the stairs. And then for this end part here, we're just going to run. We are not going to use the ladder. We're going to aim our gun so we can fall straight down without taking the ladder. And that is it for Chapter 7. Moving on to Chapter 8. Okay, you guys, Chapter 8. Hope you guys enjoy. So there's going to be a cutscene. Just skip it. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to run straight ahead to our destination. So we're going to be running over here to the right. There's going to be a creature on the ground, and there's going to be a piece of wood that we need to shoot so we can advance. Shoot the creature, and he should pop up, and then shoot the piece of wood and crouch immediately under the wood safely. And then these creatures here, you should be able to run by just fine, and then when they get close to each other, just shoot a freeze bolt at them. You should be able to freeze them both, and then you'll safely be able to open this gate over here. You have to turn the handle, I think, about like 5 or 6 times, and you'll be able to run forward. So if successful, like I said, you should be able to do this safely. And then you can just run after that. And then up ahead, up here, we are going to be restarting the checkpoint so we could replenish our stamina. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to run as fast as you can so you can avoid the arrows. You have enough time to grab that freeze bolt I grabbed, and then you're just going to hide behind this branch there. You should be able to avoid the arrows by hiding there, and then just run. Just keep moving forward. Go up these stairs. You're going to go in this small area here. You're just going to slowly walk in this little area here. And then what you're going to do is restart the checkpoint so you can save time. Grab this flash bolt here, and then what we're going to do before we start turning the handle is we're going to make another flash bolt. And then what you're going to do is as soon as you start turning the handle the second time, you want to cancel, and you want to shoot in the air because there's going to be babies up there, so you want to use the flash bolt to take them out. So as soon as you do that, then you want to start turning the handle. And then what we're going to do is pull out our handgun, because there's going to be water, and the trick is you want to manually just press spacebar, or not press spacebar, but press left click on your mouse, and you'll see him start pointing out his gun. So pretty much what that does is it makes you move faster in the water. And then just keep moving forward. You should be able to run past those enemies without getting attacked. And you're just going to go in this little small space here, crawl through. So after you're done crawling through all the way, you're going to restart the checkpoint to save time. And then we're going to grab the lithograph that's here. So we talk to this dead lady. She drops the plate. And then we're going to use the clean side, of course, because the other side, of course, you'll die. So as soon as you do that, the door unlocks. You're able to advance. And then just keep running. This chapter is pretty much almost over. You're going to run into a little event here where pretty much it looks like you're transported to a different location. You're going to run to the right because the chairs are in our way. And you're just going to keep moving forward. This place pretty much looks like the first level when you encountered the sadist in the chapter 1. So then you go through these doors, you skip the cutscene, restart the checkpoint so you could get your stamina replenished. You have enough stamina to run to the side. And then this is the chapter 10 boss, the Amalgam Alpha that we're going to be fighting in chapter 10. In this chapter, we're just going to run away from it because we are forced to. So pretty much you just keep running, nothing to do here. And that's pretty much it. So then what's left is you'll see Ruvik on the other side of the door. He just appears in front of you. I'm sure some people got scared when that happened. I kind of jumped a little, but once that happens, that's pretty much it. Moving on, chapter 9. Alright, chapter 9, let's get started. So when the chapter loads, you're going to run into a cutscene. You're just going to skip it, and then you're going to be transported into the save point area. You're going to be in you're going to be in the room that you're always in, and you're just going to slowly walk out. We can't aim our gun or melee, so we were forced to walk. Get close to the door, talk to Tatiana. She opens the door, and then there's this photo that we're supposed to look at over here. So now we're able to run as soon as we open the door, get close to the picture here. Then you're just going to hold spacebar, wait till she's done talking, and then you're going to have to hold spacebar again to get a closer look at the photo. And then as soon as you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to see Ruvik's face. And then what's going to happen is the room is just going to start getting all weird. What you're going to do, let it circle around. Don't press anything. Wait till the game stops spinning you around. As soon as the camera stops spinning around, then just hold forward and run to the door. Open the door, run to this mirror here, and then you're going to be transported to a different location. You're just going to slowly walk to this daisy flower over here. You're going to run into Ruvik. So then you see him, then you're going to get transported to a different location. Then after that, you're going to be able to start running again. So let's get started finally. Alright, so just run. You're going to go inside the building. You're going to open this gate here. And then just make sure you just keep an eye out on your stamina.
I've never been here before, but
Usually on this part too, they'll show Leslie and Dr. Jimenez going through the door. Usually what I'll do is, for some reason, I don't know if this actually helps, but I'll look down on the floor so they don't actually show them. Not sure if that actually helps, because usually when it shows them in the distance, you kind of see them in the distance, kind of a cutscene. And then we restart the checkpoint. The reason why I restarted the checkpoint was because there's supposed to be enemies in this room, and if you restart the checkpoint either once or twice, the enemies will not show up. So they're supposed to show up to where that dead body is, but they don't show up. So there's also another part too where they don't show up, and I'll show you guys that later on. So then pick up the flash bolt there. We're gonna get that axe when we come back. Do this puzzle. You're going to needle the brain correctly. We have to do this 3 times, and then every time we complete the brain puzzle, we're going to restart the checkpoint for for a faster time, in-game time. We're going to pick up this axe because we're going to use it later. We're going to skip this haunted enemy. No need to kill him. We're just going to run past him. We'll kill him later on when we run into him. Run up these stairs. Kick this door down. There's supposed to be enemies in here too as well, but we're going to grab those freeze arrows as well. So if the enemies don't show up where that first room was, where I showed you guys where the enemies are supposed to show up, but they don't show up here either. And then we're going to grab the dial up here as well. There's supposed to be 2 enemies up here too. This one's like a 50-50. Either they're going to show up or they're not going to show up if you restart the checkpoint. That same checkpoint. So then this guy shows up here. We're just going to axe him. And then we're going to burn these 2 guys here. We're going to safely grab the trap parts. And you have to kill those 2 guys because there's a trap up here where we have to shoot this switch. And if we don't, we get killed by the machinery. And what can happen too is, it's this part actually. What can happen too is while you're doing this, the enemies can still kill you. So then I was lucky and shot that with 1 shot. Got very lucky. Usually it takes me like 3 to 4 shots. And then on this left side here, there's a grenade. We're going to grab it because we're going to use it later on. We're going to crouch under here because we're supposed to go this way because there's another brain puzzle that we're supposed to do here. So we're going to do that. So then we're also going to pick up this explosive bolt as well. Also a little tip too, if you guys want to, the tip is if you want to hold 3 bolts at a time, what you do is you have that bolt equipped so you can grab an extra one. So you can have a total of 3 versus 2. But you have to make sure you have it equipped. So then restart the checkpoint, save yourself some time, and then run back. And then you're going to see a little event up here. You can just run and skip it. And then what's going to happen is Ruvik is going to show up. He at least shows up once out of this whole battle, or out of this whole chapter. So we're just going to run past him. Luckily he didn't attack me. We're just going to run past him. We're going to run past this bomb. And then what I'm going to do too is I'm going to kick this door down. We're going to grab the other dial. So what's going to happen is I'm going to grab this dial. I'm going to wait till he actually opens the door, because if you open the door, he's pretty much right there in front of you and you'll die. So wait till he appears behind me, and then we can safely kick the door and get the hell out of there. And then we're going to run down these stairs. Going to make a right, and then we're going to use the dials that we got to open the door so we can solve the 3rd puzzle of the brain puzzle. So then we're going to kick this door. We're going to grab the sniper bullets. There's going to be a lady over where the curtains are. She's never going to attack you as long as you don't get near her. So just grab the bullets, get the hell out of there. Come over here, and you have to put the dials in the locks, but you have to grab the document first. And then the numbers are going to be 11 and 2. Set those to 11 and 2. The door opens. You see the little cutscene where the blood splashes out in front of you, and then the door opens. And then we're just going to solve this brain puzzle real quick. And then as soon as the puzzle gets solved, we're going to restart the checkpoint to save time. So then these are like the exact spots where you want to poke the brains. You can kind of poke it in a close to that area, but it's best to do it the way I'm doing it, just so you don't die, because if you poke it wrong, you'll die. So make sure you poke it correctly, but just try to get close as you can if you try to attempt this. So then we just run, open the door. So now we have all the blood on this door now. So that's why we did the brain puzzle, to open this door. So when you have all 3 I guess you could say all 3 parts of the blood in the syringes, the door opens. And then you just run forward. You see Ruvik. transports you to a different location. So what you're going to do is that you're going to grab this bolt that's over here. I think it's a shock bolt, yes. And then you're going to aim your gun after that and aim it towards the stairs. And if you do that, you can skip some of his talking because he still had things to say, but as long as you do it fast enough, he won't say the rest of his lines. So then just run over here, just follow the straight line. So then just keep going. And open this door, and then he's going to start talking. And then you just see little cutscenes here and there. Can't skip them, we're just going to have to wait. And then they show this creature. I call him Big Red, so we're just going to call him Big Red. So you're going to see this, you're going to run into Big Red. So what you're going to do, you're just going to get the hell out of there and run. As soon as you open this door, you're going to restart the checkpoint. So you're put further. It's going to push you further into the game. So you're going to save time since it's going to push you forward. So then this, you see these traps, and then you see the spikes above. Just watch out for the wires, and then just disarm the traps so you can get the trap parts for your crossbow. So there's going to be a total of 4 traps to disarm, and then just after that go under the last wire and then start running after that. And then you're going to be transported into another location. So this part here, you're just going to run a little bit. As soon as a checkpoint comes up, you're going to restart the checkpoint, pushes you forward. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to run away from Big Red. There's going to be certain ways that we have to go in order to get the hell out of here. And then there's going to be locks that are going to show up on some of the gated doors. You actually have to shoot them. You can't melee them. So then also too, you're going to disarm 2 traps. You can disarm all 3, but the third one can be risky. And then no need for disarming the bombs. It's really risky. I tried it once and I died, but I guess if you're fast enough, it's possible. So you're just gonna hurry up and run to get the hell out of there. And then what you're gonna do, this kind of gets funky. You're gonna kind of run to the right a little bit while moving down, and if successful, you should be able to go through the little doorway area there, and then you'll be able to change the camera around eventually, and then just go through the doors, skip the cutscene, and you're here. You're in this area. So what we're going to do in this area, there's going to be some handgun bullets and some sniper bullets we are going to grab. And then we're going to go through the door. And this is just kind of a long cutscene here that you have no choice but to watch. You can't skip, but that's alright. And then they show the villager people eventually, I think in a couple seconds. There we go. And then you're able to skip that. Then they show them again, and then you can skip it. So we'll just wait here. Nothing to really say here. So then you can skip it. And then what's going to happen is the place is going to catch on fire. And then pretty much we're supposed to get the hell out of here. So aim your gun to the left a little bit, and then by doing this you'll be able to see the handle that you're supposed to turn, and then you can just run over there as soon as you're able to run over there, and then just twist it. And then as soon as you're done with that one, there's the other handle. You're just going to walk downwards, and you're going to start turning the handle. And then what you're going to do is you're going to run on that elevator, turn around and shoot the switch. So then you can move back. So the elevator goes up, and then you try to attempt to jump out the window, and what happens is you run into Big Red, and you pretty much, you don't have it. It's technically you're not fighting him. He just spawns out enemies. And I'm going to restart the checkpoint here. It's more of a safe zone for me, so just in case if I do screw up, I can restart the checkpoint here since it's a segmented run. And pretty much what I tried to do here was I tried to burn 2 enemies at a time, because there's going to be a total of 6 enemies you have to kill. So what I did was I just wait till they got up, shot the leg so they fall back down, and then by the time that happens, the second one comes out. So uh, it works for me, so hopefully it works for you guys. So as long as you do that method, it should work for you most of the time. And then sometimes the enemies will try to run at you while they're on fire, so just make sure you run and don't get near them. So then after that, eventually a cutscene will come up, just skip it, and then you're just gonna keep running forward. You're back to where you ran into Ruvik when he transported you into a different location. Now we're just going to go up this door here. This chapter is pretty much ended. Just gonna open this door here, and then we're just gonna go behind the bookshelf here, and chapter 9 is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little segment there, and we are going to be moving on, or I'm going to be moving on to chapter 10. Alright, you guys, chapter 10, let's get started. So you're just going to start off by running, going down the ladder. You're going to jump off, and then you're going to start aiming your gun so you can move faster, because there's going to be a little bit of talking here. And as soon as you pass the gates, you're just going to start running, which you will be able to do so. And then you're just going to go down this ladder here, go on it, jump off. You're going to start running forward. There's going to be a checkpoint here. You're going to simply restart it so we can replenish our stamina. After that, there's going to be a guy to the right. We're going to shoot him with the sniper in his head. We're going to grab the torch. We're going to use it on these enemies over here. The first enemy we see, we're going to hit him with the torch. We're going to pick up his axe and hit the other person. And then we're going to grab the sniper bullets that's over there. Climb up the ladder as soon as you grab the bullets. And then we are going to start running up here, and then we are going to avoid the enemies over here. There's going to be a battery we're going to pick up. So as we pick it up, restart the checkpoint so they get respawned into their original positions. Then we're going to shoot a flashball on the ground and blind them, and that's going to give us time to shoot the 2 sniper guys that are over here, because we are required to kill them. And then we're going to grab the flashbolt while crouched so we can avoid the bomb blowing up on us. And then we're going to aim our gun near the ladder so we can fall straight down. And then there's going to be a guy to the left, just run and avoid him. So this part here, you're just going to have to do this very, very quickly and watch out for the cutting blades. Disable that trap to get some trap parts. Shoot the glass so the enemies come out and attack us faster. Disarm this trap here, and then disarm this one as well. And then as soon as you disarm it, you want to shoot the 2 guys that are coming close to you, and then they should get cut by the blades. After that, when you go in this room, you want to start hugging the right side of the wall so the 2 haunted enemies don't get up and attack you. So as long as you hug this side of the wall. And then after that, you're going to, as soon as you come out of this door, you want to crouch so you don't get shot by the snipers, because there's going to be more that respawn. As soon as you hear the first shot, you want to hurry up and go through the door before you get your head cut off. And I barely made that too, by the way. So then just follow the path, jump down the ladder. You're going to run into Captain Hook that's down here. He's not going to hit you, so just hurry up and grab the shock bolt that's over there, and then run up these stairs here. And then what you're going to do is restart the checkpoint here. And when you restart that, you get your stamina replenished, and the Captain Hook disappears down there. So follow this pathway here. You're going to shoot some enemies. We're going to pick up this freeze bolt while crouched, while picking it up. We're going to pick up this battery. Enemies didn't get in my way, so that was actually really, really, really surprising, because usually they get in my way and I usually have to shoot 1 or 2 of them. So usually if they do get in your way, you're going to have to shoot them down with the shotgun, which is totally fine. And then we're going to grab these sniper bullets there. We're going to restart the checkpoint so the enemies that were chasing us get respawned into their original positions so they don't chase us. And then we're going to put the battery in here, and then you're going to see a little event that pops up. You're going to see the door close back there, see the little spikes turn around, and that's pretty much the door that we need to go in. The switch is on, so now we have to go all the way over there. So we're going to crouch. There's going to be enemies here. We want to keep the lantern on so the enemies get lured closer to you. So then in this part here, we're going to shoot a flash bolt in the corner here, and then we're going to switch to our freeze bolt before the door opens, and we're going to shoot the enemy that's in there. Touch the switch, and then we're going to hurry up and run past the spike so when they fall down, the enemies get cut, and we'll safely be able to make it. So then after that thing moves out of your way, just run, follow the pathway here. You're going to crouch near this barrel and wait till the thing pushes out. soon as it pushes out, you want to go under it. There's a ladder, climb up. And then you're just going to keep running, follow the path. No need to grab that explosive bolt there because we have plenty already. And you're just going to crouch under here. And then there's going to be some matches over here we're going to pick up too as well.
What is this place?
And then as soon as we jump down, we're going to restart the checkpoint. It's more of a safe zone, and we'll be able to take out these two guys with the sniper. So take out the one on the left, hurry up and take out the second one, and when you do, make sure you're crouched so you can reset the duration of the bomb ticking. And then you want to disarm that trap. As soon as you disarm that trap, get the hell out of there, start to run backwards, and start luring the hook creatures towards the dead end over here. Shoot a shock rifle down on the ground. You should be able to get both of them. As soon as you do that, you want to run behind them, shoot a freeze bolt, and this will give us plenty of time to turn the handle. So you should be able to turn the handle safely, but I usually still look back, so just in case if they're coming or not. So that'll tell me, if I have time to escape or do I have to restart. So in this case, we pretty much already turned it all the way. We're good to go. We're going to grab this flash bolt here. We're going to use this switch here. We're going to go under the spikes safely. And then pretty much we're good to go. This part is passed. So that's how you do that quickly. So then we're going to move on, use a switch, open the door. We're going to be transported into a different location. We're going to run into Amalgam Alpha, which we will fight at the end of this boss. Very, very easy fight. So then just follow the pathway here. And it's a good time to reload your guns. Also, since there's nothing really here, just following the pathway here. You want to kind of move to the side here to avoid the chairs and wheelchairs and stuff out of your way. Restart the checkpoint here so you can get your stamina replenished and you slightly move forward. And then we run into our best friend Laura. So what you're going to do is just move to the right, go down these stairs here. And then you're going to use this switch. As soon as you activate the switch, the gate's going to start moving up and Laura's going to pop out and attack us. Usually what I do is I get near her and circle around her, and then when she lunges at me, I just sit there, wait till she starts moving again normally, and then do the same thing. But I think I only did this once, so honestly, just wait till she pops out, do it once. You should be able to safely go through the gates. You should be able to run through the first one and crouch under the second. And she's still chasing you, you should be fine. As soon as you go into this animation of him, the window cracks and he's like holding his face, so he doesn't get cut or what. I don't know why he puts his fist up, but when he does that, you should be safe. You shouldn't get attacked by Laura. And then you just start running again. You should be fine. And then you see her running at you at this cutscene. He closes the door. You're pretty much safe for now. And then you just turn around, follow the pathway, and then I'll let you guys know what you're going to do next. Okay, so this part here, what you're going to do, you're just going to activate the switch. You're going to shoot the other switch that is far, far away over there to the right with the handgun. But you're not going to be able to shoot it quite yet. You have to wait a little bit. And then they'll let you take out your handgun, shoot that switch back there to save a little bit of some seconds. And wait till these flames go away. Kind of stand as close as you can. And then what you're going to do is grab these bullets here because we're going to use them. And then you're going to run into Laura here. So as soon as she pops out, you want to start running for your life. Of course, just wait till your stamina is filled up all the way. Then start running for your life and get the hell out of there. Door closes behind us. What you're going to do is activate the switch. She gets burned. She starts popping out and starts attacking us. What you're going to do while that's happening, hurry up and activate or disarm that trap. Shoot the bomb. Because what we're going to do, we're pretty much going to be circling around this area. you're going to want to stand a little bit close to Laura, because what's going to happen at this part is that Laura is just going to constantly just walk at us and never attack us as long as you're close to her. So as long as you do this method at this specific area, she'll never run at you. So then it's about that time that we're going to run past her since the flames are away, and you should safely be able to climb up. As soon as you climb up, she's going to still chase us, so what you're going to do is hurry up and disarm this trap. You're going to hurry up and turn around and shoot the handle with the handgun. She should get burned, and you'll hear him say, "Burn, damn it." And then while that's happening, you're going to want to activate the switch again. Hurry up and disarm this trap, and then she's going to start running at us. What you're going to do is just play it by ear. You're just gonna find out what direction she's gonna go, and just pretty much run away from her. I tried doing the trick that I did down at the first floor, and I just couldn't seem to get it to work. So you're just gonna have to do your best and just run away from her. So then the flames are gone. You're just gonna run, hurry up and go through this door. As soon as he's done saying fuck, you can shoot the lever, or shoot the switch, I mean, and then you can open these doors. You're going to restart the checkpoint, and restarting the checkpoint is going to enable us to shoot the switches without Laura attacking us. Because by the time she gets out of the cage, she doesn't really have any time to do anything, so we shoot all three. We fall down here. We're going to shoot the one that's far, far away there. We're going to come in this corner and shoot the other one. She should get burned as long as you hug the right side of the wall. As soon as she gets burned, you're going to disarm the trap that's on the left side. And then you're going to pick up this handgun bullets that I picked up. You're going to shoot that bomb that's over there. And then she should pop out in the middle where the body is. You should be able to burn her with the match. As soon as you do that, you're going to use the lever to make the flames go away, but it's going to be a while. So then she should come out by that body where the switch is, and then you're going to have time to disarm that trap that I just disarmed. And then this body here we're going to use on her, so when she comes out she gets burned. And then that's pretty much it for the bodies. That should give us time, or should give the flames time to go away. And as you saw, she almost fucking killed me, so I got very, 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 very lucky. And then just skip the cutscene. So I was very, very lucky. I did do that part relatively fast, and it seemed like maybe the part where she came out of the body where I touched the switch, it seemed like she came out pretty fast. So maybe if she came out a little slower, I would have been able to avoid that. But nonetheless, I was lucky. She didn't kill me, and I avoided her pretty much at all costs. That's pretty much the fastest way I've done it. But there was one time that I made her disappear. She never came out. Don't ask me how I did that. It just happened by luck. But anyways, after the elevator stops, you're gonna kind of be in the area where you were in chapter 9. You're just gonna follow the pathway here, and then you're just gonna go through this door. As soon as you go through this door, skip the cutscene. You're gonna be transported to a different location. We're going to restart the checkpoint to skip some of the cutscene and save time. So pretty much what I mean by saving time, either I'm skipping some of the cutscene, or they put you further into the game. And then pick up that flashbolt, of course, pick up the handgun bullets, the matches, and the trap parts, because we're going to use it. So then now we're pretty much going to be fighting Amalgam Alpha, and I'll just show you guys an effective way on how to kill him. Pretty much if you watch my my old speedrun video, pretty much we're going to be using the same method, but we're going to be using the shotgun to save a sniper bullet. That's about it. So they keep running, and then what we're going to do too is, while the little cutscenes happening where they're going to show Amalgam Alpha coming, we're going to shortcut the grenades and put them on slot 4. And then we're going to run forward towards Amalgam Alpha to activate the cutscene slightly faster versus just standing there or running downwards. So then what's going to happen here is we're going to restart the checkpoint to skip a little bit of the cutscene and save some seconds. And then as soon as the cutscene activates, shoot the flashbolt to the right side. You're going to shoot all 3 parts of his head off with the sniper rifle, but when you use the sniper rifle, make sure to quick switch. And the grenade's actually on slot 1, not slot 4, so my fault. And then you're going to crouch and throw the grenades. You should be able to hit him with all 3 shots. And then what's going to happen is he's going to try to grab you. As soon as you see him back up, hurry up and get the hell out of there. And then pretty much he's going to go into his purple form, because you'll know if you did enough damage, because if you use so a flashbolt plus 3 sniper bullets plus 3 grenades, that should be enough. You'll see him roll or do a little backflip. He'll turn purple. And what you're going to do is aim towards this wall. As soon as you see the eyeball pop out, you're going to shoot him with a shotgun, shoot him with the sniper twice, and then you're going to shoot him with the shotgun again, and he will fall. So we actually saved a sniper bullet, which will help out later. And then you're just going to grab all this stuff that I'm grabbing, the shock bolt, the grenades, and then we're going to grab the flash bolt here and the sniper bullets, and then we're just going to reload while we can, and then grab these ones as well. And then we go through the elevator, and this chapter is complete. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to move on to chapter 11. Alright, you guys, chapter 11. So let's get started. You're going to skip the cutscene in the elevator, and then you're going to be located in some water. So what you're going to do is just get out the water. We are going to mash one of our weapons. So as soon as we get out the water, you want to left click the mouse so you can aim your gun and make your character move faster while in the water. And then we're going to restart the checkpoint. And then we're just going to advance forward. Also in this chapter, we are going to be getting the Magnum. The Magnum is going to help out in certain situations, and the chapter 14 boss fight. So you're going to need this, you're going to need the Magnum no matter what. So if you skip it, it's just going to make things harder on yourself. So just follow the pathway here, and then you're going to, on this part, you're actually going to melee through the wall. So what you're going to do is melee, and while you're meleeing, you're going to want to hold crouch. So that's why I'm able to go through the wall. And then, like I said, we're going to get the Magnum here. So open this briefcase, get the Magnum, get the hell out of there. And then just follow the pathway. Alright, so then we're not going to take the shortcut. Well, it's not really a shortcut because you actually lose time. So we're actually in this run, we're going to just take the normal path versus the glitch path. So the normal path is going to be slightly faster than the glitch path. So then we're going to run, we're going to restart the checkpoint so we can replenish our stamina. And then there's going to be a guy over here. Shoot him with the shotgun. You're going to want to burn him. Make sure to kill him because you don't want him chasing you when we climb over this fence. It's just going to be a hassle. So just take him out, burn him. And then these guys here, we're going to take some of them out. We're going to take, not this one out, we're just going to knock him down so we can open this door, shoot the other guy. Not open the door, but we have to touch it so this cutscene gets activated. And then we're going to try to take these guys out. Luckily, I was able to burn that guy in the back. Don't ask me how I was able to burn that guy in the back, but I was able to get all 3. We're going to shoot this guy here to knock him down. We're going to pick up the sniper bullets, and then we're going to pick up the key because it's actually better if you do it that way. And then we're going to use the shotgun on this guy here. We're going to hurry up and run over the body so we don't get attacked. And then I try to use a flash bolt on that guy on the top there. Not sure if it actually worked. Sounds like it didn't because the guy was still shooting. And then I was looking back behind me because just making sure if someone was chasing me or not. Because you can get hit while he's opening the door, and it counts as a kill, which is retarded. But so moving forward, we're just going to run down the stairs here. We're just going to follow this pathway here. And then pretty much this part's going to take us to the water part where the creature is. So you just keep walking, the cement breaks. And then The checkpoint's going to be in this tunnel. We're going to restart. We're going to switch to our handgun. We're going to aim manually so we can slightly move faster. Shoot the guy in the water so the creature grabs him instead of us. What I should have done on this part too, I should have actually equipped my Magnum. It just would have been a lot easier because we're going to use the Magnum in the next upcoming part anyways. So probably could have saved maybe a couple milliseconds or a second or so. So we're going to do the same thing, aim our gun so we can slightly move faster. We're going to come over to this part and jump over these obstacles here so we can slightly get closer to the cement over here. And then we're just going to hurry up and aim our gun so we can get the hell out the water and avoid the swamp monster. And then we're just going to jump down here, restart the checkpoint. And then we're going to equip the Magnum, and I made some incendiary bolts as well, because we're going to use those as well. So this part here, you don't have to kill everyone. Grab those shotgun bullets, and then we're going to come over to this briefcase and get the Magnum bullets. So make sure just to kill the two Ruvik clones. As soon as you kill those two, the door will open. You don't need to kill everyone. So the first one here, we're going to use a harpoon. Going to use a harpoon bullet on him. Just shoot him as quickly as you can and then go up to him and burn him. And then we're going to use the Magnum. We're going to come over to this right side here. You'll see the hands, but as long as you kill him fast enough, they should stop. And then just hurry up and run. You're just going to hold W, A, and Shift, and then you should be able to go through the door as it's opening and then pick up those trap parts because we're going to need them. And then there's going to be a little cutscene here. We're just going to have to wait until it ends. You're going to be transported back to the save point area.
You gotta be kidding. This place is filthy.
And then we're just going to run to the door. And we're pretty much just going to hurry up and run to one of the mirrors so we can get the hell out of here. So let us continue. Now we're just going to run over here, going to restart the checkpoint so we can get our stamina replenished. And then we're going to use the sniper rifle up ahead on this part. Just for that guy, and then for there's going to be another guy that's hiding as well. We're just going to grab the shock bolt, shoot him on the side. And then we're going to use our incendiary bolts on this part. So this part could be a little tricky. What you want to do is you want to use the incendiary bolt and put it in the middle as best as possible at all times. And if successful, you'll burn a lot of people. So that guy, he got lucky and was able to get out. So I just used the shotgun and burned him. It didn't affect anything. So was okay. So after the third wave that you kill, what's going to happen is there's going to be an enemy over there to the right, the guy that I shot with the sniper, and just take him out when he sticks out his head. There was one guy that did get out and try to go up the ladder. You can just use a Magnum, kill him in one shot, not a big deal. So then what I'm doing right now is I'm waiting till the door opens. So one guy was able to get out, which sucked, but that was okay because I have bullets and matches to spare, so not a big deal. So then while that was happening, the other wave came out and the guy got burned. So I didn't really lose any time. And then just restart the checkpoint. What we're going to do is aim our gun around this corner so we fall straight down. Want to hide behind this tunnel so the guy doesn't shoot us. And then you just want to hug over this wall and then wait till the guy's done shooting so you don't get shot. And then we're just going to go up this ladder and we're going to shoot this guy. But do your best not to get too close to him because sometimes he'll swing his sniper rifle and the sniper rifle has a really big hitbox. And then you're just going to continue turning the handle. There's going to be a cutscene. You're going to see two guys come out the elevator. We're going to restart the checkpoints so we can change their positionings. And then we're just going to run down the stairs, avoid that guy. Try your best to avoid those two guys so you don't have to shoot them. And then hurry up and go up the ladder. But this method isn't always guaranteed because the guy on the left will shoot you with a machine gun sometimes. And then the guy with the Magnum up there. Just shoot him with the Magnum one shot, not a big deal. And then I actually screwed up here. I restarted the checkpoint and I forgot that you actually lose seconds on this checkpoint. So do not restart that checkpoint. You'll lose about 3 seconds. So then I'm going to shoot a explosive bolt right there all the way in the back, and then I'm going to shoot an explosive bolt near those barrels because there's going to be guys that are going to pop out later on over there. So then shoot the guy to the left and then shoot the other guy with the barrel, or that's near the barrel, take him out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take out more guys. Best way to do this early on, when you start running into these guys, you're just going to want to use your handgun as much as you can, and then you want to use a shotgun once, and then you can use your sniper rifle, but what you want to do is try to avoid using your sniper bullets. So the handgun's going to be the best at this situation. And then just do your best to shoot them. What I do is I'll usually shoot their lower body. So that part there, what you want to do is when the barrel starts rolling, shoot it. The guy in behind it gets burned, and the guy that falls down should get burned as well. And then I was able to shoot an explosive bolt up there and got one of the guys, so that was cool. So I didn't have to use 2 sniper bullets. And then there's going to be a guy. There's still a guy up there that's throwing Molotovs at us. So you want to avoid it. What you want to do is just when you see him about to lob it at you, just shoot him and just do your best to hide. And then the guy down there with the machine gun wasn't shooting at us, so he did towards the end, but I was able to avoid him. So that's kind of a good way to avoid them, is just kind of shoot them with the handgun. So then aim your gun, fall down the elevator, and then we're going to come over here to grab the Magnum bullets because we're going to use them. And then you're just going to follow the pathway, restart the checkpoint when it comes up so you can replenish your stamina. And then we're going to get some bullets around this area here. We're going to grab a sniper bullet. Every bullet counts with a sniper rifle. And then we're going to grab these matches here, and then we're going to advance. So then this cutscene, you're just going to see Kidman. She's in trouble. We have to go save her. And then this checkpoint we're going to restart because there's a gate. There's a gate down there, and the gate actually opens faster when you restart the checkpoint. So I'm just going to stand near this, on top of this van here, wait till it opens, and then we're just going to move forward. But don't go in too soon because you have to wait till the door opens. And you may get killed by the swamp monster, so don't go in too fast. So then just keep swimming here. We don't need to go up the stairs there. We're just going to keep going. They're going to show a cutscene where the swamp monster is chasing us. So now what we have to do is we have to hurry up and get the hell out the water. So there's going to be a car over here. We're going to jump on top of the car there. We're going to kill that enemy that's on the across from us when we go on top of the car. We're going to grab those handgun bullets, jump on top so we don't get killed by the swamp monster. And then we're just going to use a handgun bullet, take them out. By the time we do that, the gate should start opening for us. All we have to do is just start running. Try to avoid the swamp monster because there's 2 of them, one attacking the haunted and one attacking us. And then you're just going to hurry up and run up these stairs here. Restart the checkpoint, replenish our stamina, and then you're going to come over this corner here, use a shock bolt, and you're going to try to shock bolt all of them and then burn them. If not, you're just going to have to shoot another shock bolt, burn what's left, and then you're going to open the door for Kidman and restart the checkpoint so you can skip some of the cutscene. So then this part here, the door is going to bust open. What we're going to do is we're going to use our flash bolt because there's going to be a guy shooting at us when we go through the doorway. So that's the best way to deal with this situation. So as soon as you do that, hurry up, start running. Because if you don't flash bolt him, what's going to happen is you're going to run through, you're just going to get killed by his machine gun. And then we're going to grab that match there because we are in need of matches right now. We are very low. So you're going to have to grab as much matches as you can before this chapter ends. And then this part here, they're going to start talking. You're going to be forced to walk. You're not going to be able to aim your gun or anything like that to move faster, so you're just going to have to deal with it. But after they're done talking, you're able to run again, but then another scene comes up where they're talking again, so you're just going to have to do your best to just walk and hit them corners and do the best you can. But pretty much when you get near the stairs, you're able to run again, and then just run, open this door here, skip the cutscene. So pretty much what's going to happen here is that you're going to be stuck in this area for a while until Leslie opens the door for us. So this would be a great time to reload any of your bullets that you need to reload, make anything that you need to make. This would be the spot to do it.
You started turning into a monster.
If you need to, that is.
I'm sorry, but you're tainted now. You might try to stop me through you.
Wait, what are you talking about?
So then when Leslie shows up, we'll just skip the cutscene, restart the checkpoint, and then when we restart the checkpoint, the game's going to move you forward. So you're going to save a lot of time by restarting this checkpoint, just like any other checkpoint. So you skip that, and then no need to go down these stairs because, like I said, we're restarting the checkpoint, and it puts us right in front of the door that we need to open to advance. So then this part here just says danger, flammable. So what's going to happen is that you can't use any bullets of any kind. You can't use anything. Only thing you can use at this part is flash bolts. So this part can be tricky. You have to watch out for these spinning blades. It could be very difficult to avoid. So you're just going to have to do your best to avoid them. They're always random at different times. So just watch their movements carefully and then just do your best to go up the ladder in advance. So this guy here, before he sees us, we're going to shoot a flash bolt. And then what we're going to do is reload, and then we're going to sneak kill him. And then there's going to be another one, but we're going to avoid him. You're going to go as fast as you can, grab this key card, and then you're going to go to the left side, start running immediately, and then you're going to hug over to the right side of the wall to avoid the one of the enemies, because he does have a stick of dynamite, and if he sees you, we die. So then I actually did get grabbed, but I was able to get the flash bolt off very quickly. What I did there was I used the key card, and then I picked up the matches and then used a flash bolt. Honestly, I don't think you save any time doing it that way versus doing it by picking up the matches, then the key card, then the flash bolt. So then we're just going to jump down this ladder, jump off this car here. We're just going to advance. And then we just have one more part that we need to pass, and then pretty much this chapter is done. Run up the stairs immediately with your stamina. And then there's going to be a guy that comes out the locker. Just avoid him. And then we're just going to punch the wood. And then we're just going to hurry up and run along this pathway so we can avoid the enemy that has the stick of dynamite. And then we're just going to run up these stairs, and pretty much chapter 11 is going to be done. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be moving on to chapter 12. Alright, you guys, chapter 12, so let's get started. Gonna skip the cutscene immediately, and then you're going to be in a bus after you skip, and then during the bus ride, you're going to be running into, as you can see, this giant spider monster here. We're going to encounter him twice. This is the first time. So then what you're going to do when you encounter him, you're going to shoot him with a sniper, but you're going to wait a few milliseconds. If successful, he should get stunned. You're going to want to shoot him 2 times with the shotgun close up, and then shoot him with another sniper bullet. And then you're going to wait until he spawns his babies, so that's why I took out the grenades. So then you count about 5 seconds when he starts trying to spit out his babies. In about 5 seconds, all of them should be out. You just throw the grenade on the ground like I did, and then you just shoot him one more time with the sniper rifle bullet, and he should get off the train. But also, this helps too, as long as Joseph is helping you shoot too as well. You should be able to take him down quickly, like I did with those many shots. And then I also made a shock bolt too, because we're going to be using that as well when we encounter him the second time. So this is also the best time to reload your bullets and stuff while you have the time to do so before you encounter this part. And also too, I just want to make a quick note: when you kill his babies, what you want to do is you want to get sniper bullets. So if you don't get the sniper bullets, just keep restarting the game, and you'll eventually get them. So this part can be a pain in the ass. I hate this part too because it could be very random. So what you're going to do is just take out the enemies as fast as you can. I shoot those 2 barrels because later on, or I shoot the 2 boxes, I mean, because later on there's enemies that are going to spawn over there. So you want to shoot those 2 boxes so they don't hide behind those boxes. So then, as you saw, the guy knocked over the barrel. Usually I use the barrel on those 2 guys, but I couldn't this time since they made the barrel fall down. I wanted to get them both, that's why I didn't want to hit one of them. But honestly, I think I'm not sure if you can lose time throughout this fight, honestly. But I mean, as long as you're shooting fast enough, and if you take them out fast enough with the sniper rifle, I think you could probably compensate the time back. But honestly, I don't know. So this part here, I was trying to conserve my bullets, so I was just using the handgun, because you do get more handgun bullets. So then, like I said, there was one guy that tried to hide behind that box. That's the box you want him to hide behind, so you can just shoot him through the box and shoot the barrel that's behind it, and then the other barrel you just shoot, and then the other guy gets burned. So remember to keep shooting those boxes that are on the bus, because there's ammo in there. So then we finally got that guy taken down. So there's a lot. So this is when you want to use your sniper, when you see the guy with the Molotov on the left side, straight ahead of us. That's when you want to start using your sniper, because a lot of them are going to start coming out. So you just want to pay attention and take out the sniper guy with the sniper, and just take them out as fast as you can. And then when you see the horde of enemies up there, what you're going to do is just run under the bus, and you're just going to just sit there and hide, because pretty much once that part gets activated, you're not going to lose any time at all whatsoever. Just have Joseph and Kidman just continue shooting. That's all they're going to really do. And then there's going to be an event, a cutscene, where I think Kidman or Joseph, one of them, says there's somebody in front of you, and then once that happens, Joseph's going to start shooting, and then the dynamite blows up the big truck. So then with that being said, the enemy is in front, Joseph's shooting him. And then this happens, the dynamite blows up, and we're able to move forward after the truck blows up.
That was a close one.
So then you could just pick up any bullets that's left. And then once a checkpoint comes up, you're going to restart, because you slightly move forward. Or I should say you move forward quite a bit, actually. And then you're going to make some flash bolts, because we're going to use those as well later on.
Keep us to the left up here.
So now the spider monster is going to come and attack us. You're just going to use the sniper on him to take him out. And then, of course, you're going to want to watch out for his attacks with his hands. So pretty much you'll know where he's going to attack you as long as you look at his hands. So then I shoot him about 2 times, and then, Eventually, he'll spawn out his little spider babies or worms, whatever you want to call them, and then you just want to keep shooting him in his head a few times. I shot him just another time, but I'm not sure if you have to shoot him a certain amount of times for him to spawn out the babies and then move forward, but um, I shot him a total of 3 times right now, and then he's going to spawn his babies, and then we're just going to count about 5 seconds as soon as he starts shaking, and then just throw it, and then they should all blow up. I probably could have shot him 4 times with the sniper, but I'm not sure if that's actually going to force him to let go faster. Because as long as Joseph is helping us, it goes by faster too as well. But like I said, you want to keep your sniper bullets, so um, it's wise to keep as much sniper bullets as you can because the sniper comes in handy. And then after that, you just skip all the cutscenes here. Then there's another cutscene that happens where you see just Joseph get shot on the side of his looks like the side of his body, and then we have to get the blood pack, so we have to go get it, of course. And then we're just going to restart the checkpoint. What we're going to do is we're going to climb over this bus here, and then we're going to use the flashbolt, and then we're going to avoid these bombs. We're going to have to crouch because that bomb blows up kind of fast. So then you should be okay. You should be able to run through all this as long as you use 2 of the flash bolts at the locations that I used them. You should be able to go all the way to the back of the ambulance truck, and you should be able to get the blood pack with no problems. Then when you pick it up, you want to restart the checkpoint. And then this part, we are going to be using our sniper. So to take out this machine gun dude, we are going to shoot him twice, and you're gonna have to have the best dexterity that you ever had to have in your life. So you're gonna kind of shoot under the shield of the machine gun, and if successful, you should be able to take him out with 2 shots. No need to disarm that trap. What we're going to do is just keep running. No need for flash bolts. We're going to jump over this bus, but we're going to go in front of the bus. So you have to jump in front of the hood of the bus, and if successful, you can jump over it. You can just run and open the bus door, that is, and then you're able to patch up Joseph with no problems. And then they show a scene of the haunted chasing us, and then pretty much this is like the end. So the last part here is just you're just gonna Kidman's just gonna keep driving. You can actually move. Honestly, I don't know if you slightly move slower when you hit the haunted, but I mean, best thing to do is just try to avoid everything as much as you can, and just keep moving forward. And eventually, you'll run into Ruvik, into a cutscene, and then you just skip it, and then that's pretty much the end of chapter 12. So we will be moving on chapter 13. Alright, you guys, so chapter 13, let's get started. So when the chapter loads, you're going to see Joseph and Sebastian on the ground. They're looking for Kidman, and we'll run into her later. But as soon as they get up, we're just going to follow the pathway here. So just follow the pathway here, just go straight, and then you're going to jump off, make a right, and then make another right. And in this chapter, what's going to happen now is there's going to be traps now. So you're going to see these boxes. You're going to have to disarm the boxes in order to advance in certain parts of this level, because if you don't, you'll just get killed by the acid. So to prevent the acid from killing you, you have to disarm the boxes. And then just pick up the trap parts over there that like I just did, and then just keep moving forward. And then I switched to my handgun too as well, because we are going to use it.
Is that a subway sticking out of the ground? Yeah, but look how it's positioned. If we can get over there, we might be able to use it to get across.
So then after this cutscene, you're going to shoot this rope from this elevator that's hanging, and then we're going to go down the ladder, and then you are going to jump off, and then what happens is the elevator is going to fall all the way down. Joseph looks like he wants to jump, but then Sebastian says no. So then we're going to meet up with Joseph later on, or we're going to see him at least later on. So we won't worry about him, we're just going to keep going forward. So we're going to crawl down here.
Damn it. First Kidman, now.
And then we're going to run into the Keeper. They're going to show a cutscene, so he's back in this chapter. Nothing too serious. And then that trap right there, we are not going to disarm in this run because we don't need to. And then we are going to restart the checkpoint so we could replenish our stamina. And then we are going to get these trap parts that are in here. We are going to wait until the guy comes and tries to attack us. It gets blown up by the trap. No need to waste bullets or disarm the trap because you actually want him to die. You want as many people as you can to die. We shoot this guy that has the traps on him. And then as soon as we kill him, we want to throw a shock bolt in that specific area. And then where the hole is in this wall, there's going to be a guy. Just hurry up and shoot him and knock him down. You should be able to disarm the trap and go through the acid. And then jump off the stairs. You're going to restart the checkpoint. So the enemies that are on the top floor, their positions get resetted. So they're not chasing us. And then you want to disarm that trap. Grab the shotgun shell because we're going to use it on this guy here. And then we are going to go around over in this area. We are going to grab the trap part. And then what we're going to do is grab the shotgun bullets. We're going to freeze the Keeper. We're going to shoot the trap on the right side. And then we're going to disarm the trap so we can advance. So as long as you do that, you should be able to safely run away and come into this vent. And then we're just going to keep going. And then we want to equip the Magnum because we're going to use it. And then you want to open the briefcase to get the Magnum bullets because it's going to help out later on. And then we're going to talk to this guy that's in this door here. You're supposed to so the door behind us can open. But we're going to be transported to a different location. So then after he's done talking, we are going to get transported. So you're back into the save point area. You're just going to run towards the mirror so we can get transported back to where the guy was talking. So we're actually in that room. So then we just kick the door down, get the heck out of there. And then this door opens here. We're just going to go through the door, jump down. And then we're going to restart the checkpoint so we can grab the trap parts. And then you're going to disarm this trap here. You're going to see a guy with bombs. You're just going to want to make sure that you have stamina so you can run past him. And you should safely be able to crawl into the vent here with no problems. And then we are going to grab the freeze arrow down here. We're going to grab the trap parts down there too as well. And then we are just going to advance. And then they're going to show a cutscene where Joseph is running away from the Keeper. We're going to help him out. And we're going to kill, I think we kill about 3 Keepers. So you guys will see that in just a sec. We have to get past this part with the spikes and stuff. So this part can be a little tricky, but I'll show you guys how to do it effectively. Restart checkpoint so you can skip some of the cutscenes. And then you want to disarm both of these traps here, because we're going to be using all these trap parts in the later chapters. And then grab the shock bolt. Make sure you grab that. Do not skip that. And then we're going to go to the right side now. We're going to wait till these flames go away. We're going to hit the rope, and then we're just going to like crawl run, where you just run and crawl, run and crawl. And you should be able to safely disarm the box, and you should be able to safely avoid the traps. So just make sure you're, for the first spikes, you just kind of run and then crawl, and the second one just walk so you don't get killed. So then after you disarm the trap, you're just going to go through this door here. And then you're going to run into, you'll see Joseph. He almost gets killed here. And then we have to take out 3 keepers. So we're going to restart the checkpoint here. We're going to be able to get a better shot on him. So the first one I did, I killed him with Magnum Sniper. And then while the second one is spawning, we are going to disarm both traps here. And then we're just, as soon as he starts moving, we're just going to Magnum Sniper him. There's the second one. While the third one is respawning, we're going to disarm the 2 traps over here. We should be able to do it safely, but be careful that you don't get killed by the traps, or the spinning blades. As soon as he starts moving, you want to start shooting, because if you shoot while he's standing stationary, then the bullets won't count. You'll just be wasting more bullets. And then grab the shotgun bullets before you go in the gondola, and then you're pretty much safe. Pretty much the chapter is like done after that. So then when he gets out, I believe we're going to be grabbing a trap part, I think. And then we're just going to be running through the rest of the chapter until we go outside and run into Kidman. Yeah, so the trap part's right there on the left side. We're just going to grab that. Open these doors here. And like I said, we're just going to pretty much run through the rest of the chapter. And then just crack open this door. And then that's it. Just skip the cutscene. And then I am going to be moving on to chapter 14 now. Alright, you guys, so chapter 14, let's get started. So, when the chapter loads, you're going to see Sebastian. Looks like he's stuck in some cement there. So then you're just going to move the blocks of cement off, and then when he gets up, that's when we will be able to start moving. So then in this chapter, we're going to be fighting a boss later on. You're going to make sure you have a shock bolt, 3 grenades, and a full set of magnum bullets. So you're going to have 6 on the side and 6 inside the gun, so with a total of 12. But in the meantime, we are going to go in this door. We are going to disarm this bomb so we can get the trap parts from it, and then we're going to grab the other set of trap parts over here. And then in this doorway, there's going to be a grenade we are going to grab because we are going to need it. Then just kick the door down, advance, and then we're going to restart the checkpoint to replenish our stamina. And then since I didn't have enough grenades at this point, I usually have a set of 2, but I only had 1, so I was forced to hit the box and try to hope that I would get a grenade, which I did. And then after that, run down the escalators. You're going to disarm both traps. One on the right, one in the middle, and then you're just going to run. You're going to shoot the shock bolt near the trap, so the bear trap gets disabled, and then you should be able to advance without no problems whatsoever, and then just restart the checkpoint so you can move slightly forward and get your stamina replenished. And then I made incendiary bolts, shock bolts, and flash bolts as well because we're going to use it. Go on this train, grab these sniper bullets, and then get out of it. No need to shoot the guys far away. We're going to use a flash bolt as soon as the guy runs out, which he did, and then we're just going to hurry up and run. We're going to use our other set of flash bolts to shoot the guys that I just shot, and then we're just going to safely run out of the train. We're going to manually aim our gun so we can move faster in the water, shoot the guy near the bombs, but don't shoot the bombs, of course, and then you should be able to run safely out the train without getting blown up. And then we're just going to advance here. We're going to crawl under here. We are going to run all the way straight so we can force open this door, because you have to run all the way to the end of the train so that that door opens. We just shoot the guy down, and then we just burn the cobwebs here, grab the matches, and then we are going to restart the checkpoint here to replenish our stamina. And then you're just going to run. You're going to touch that rope, which is not going to be a big problem. Then just pick up the trap part, run past this guy there. Just watch out for the enemies. Run as fast as you can throughout this whole segment. Get the trap parts there. You're going to run under the electricity, and then you're going to disarm that. You're going to disarm the electricity with the switch. You're going to do the same for this one as well. Crawl under. And what you're going to do is run past here, wait till that closes, and then there's going to be a person that pops out. Wait till they pop out, and then just crawl under. And then you're going to jump, and then you're going to run for a little bit, and then you're going to aim your gun manually so you can run faster in the water. And then what you're going to do is you're going to run on this part, hurry up and pass electricity like I did, and then just run for a bit. You're going to grab this grenade there, and then you're going to grab this box fuse. As soon as you grab that, the electricity goes away. Grab those trap parts, and then you're going to turn this wheel here. As soon as you're done turning the handle valve, you're going to go in the water. You're going to aim your gun manually so you can slightly move faster. And to aim your gun manually, all you do is just tap the left stick. I mean the left click. You left click on the mouse. Sorry. And then you disarm that trap, and then you aim your gun towards the end when you get close to the ladder, because you're going to start walking. And then just climb up the ladder, and then there's going to be a you'll have to use a match here to burn the web, and then you're going to go through this little small area here, and then as soon as you do that, you're going to want to restart the checkpoint. And by restarting the checkpoint, what happens is pretty much the hook enemies don't see us. That one doesn't see us, and then this one actually gets turned around the other way, so you're safely able to grab that box fuse. If you don't restart the checkpoint, you'll get seen. So pretty much you're able to get away. He sees us now, but you're pretty much able to get away. The other one's stuck in there. So you can easily run past these enemies. You're just going to shoot the shock bolt near the valve handle as you're turning it. The enemies should get shocked by it, and you should be able to escape without dying with no problems. So then we're going to go down these stairs here after we use the valve, and then we're going to restart the checkpoint. And then we're going to see the boss. You're just going to shoot him so he doesn't grab you. So that saves us some time. So then I made another shock bolt, and I put the grenades on F4 function. I put them on the F4 function shortcut. So like I said, we're going to be using all that stuff there, and then we're going to restart the checkpoint here to replenish our stamina. We're just going to put one of the box fuses in there. We don't need to put both in there. And then as soon as we touch the handle, the quail boss is going to attack us as soon as we're turning this. So what's going to happen here is I'm not sure because I haven't tested it out, but I think I lost like 2 or 3 seconds, because what you can do is you can actually attack the boss before the checkpoint actually pops out. But I played it the safe way and just waited for the checkpoint, so I lost probably like 2 seconds. So what I did was shock bolt, shoot him, and you should be able to get all your shots off. And then after you get all your shots off, throw your 3 grenades and then reload your magnum, and then you should be able to take him down before he tries to jump. And he's dead. So then after he dies, you're able to jump back up and use the switch so we can get the hell out of here. So after that, pull the switch down, elevator starts moving, and then pretty much we don't need our magnum anymore since we used everything that we had. So then we just have a little bit of more running segments, and that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and then we have towards the end of the chapter, we'll run into some creatures that have the stems in the back, so we'll take them out. So then you're just going to follow the pathway here. And then we're going to go on this train here. So then this is going to be another walking segment. It's just going to say you will die. So we're going to turn around, aim our gun so we can move faster. And then you're just going to aim your gun, and then you're going to crawl under and then aim your gun again. And then as soon as we hop over the last, as soon as we hop over this, then we will be able to start running after we see Ruvik. So the train is about to fall. We're just gonna hurry up and run so we don't die. So then we get transported into another location. And this is what I was talking about to you guys about the 3 haunted that has the stems embedded into their back of their necks. So if you guys remember, they were in chapter 5, so then we just have to do the same thing here. Just knock them down, pull the stems out, and that'll be the end of the chapter. But in the meantime, we have to wait for this cutscene to end. No way to skip it, so we just have to wait till they're done talking. Alright, so after that, after they show all this good stuff, you'll see them finally. You're going to want to shoot the shock bolt near you. So then when they get close to you, you're able to pull the stem out immediately. So make sure you're quick, do it as fast as you can. You should be able to get 2, you should be able to pull 2 of them out and then just shotgun the other guy, and then that's it. As long as you do it with that strategy, you should be fine. So then after that, pretty much the chapter is over, and then we are moving on to the last chapter, which is going to be 15. Alright, you guys, the last and final chapter, so let's begin. You're going to skip this cutscene here. As soon as you skip it, you're going to see Sebastian get up. You're going to be in the save point area. And on this part, you're going to aim your gun so you can move faster. Since you can't run, open the door. You're going to aim your gun again, open the other door. And then what you're going to do is pick up this document over here, aim your gun a little bit so you can move faster to pick it up. As soon as you pick it up, you're going to want to run back from where you came, and then the door closes, opens back up. You're going to run into Leslie there, and then you're going to be transported into a different location. as soon as this is over. So you're just gonna follow him, and this part here for a good, like, I would say 7 minutes, it's just gonna be literally just me just running and going to my destination. It's nothing really I'm gonna really be saying, but I'll say a couple things, but I don't really need to say much because it's literally just me running and following Leslie. I mean, just make sure you're watching your stamina. Don't use it too much because if you run out, that's no good. So you're going to press this red button. As soon as you press the red button, you're going to aim your gun so you can move faster because you're going to be in a walking animation here. They're going to force you to walk. But then after the ground shakes here, you can just start walking. Well, I say jogging, I guess. And then you can start running again, and then just go through this door here, go up the stairs, and then just keep following Leslie. So then this happens, and then the place starts to break apart, and then you're transported into a different area. We're going to be outside. And also to pretty much this is also a chapter where like you'll see places that you already like saw throughout the whole game. So some places will look familiar, but I mean, other than that, it's just places we've seen already and things that we did already. But like I said, you're just going to be running throughout this whole chapter. Nothing really to talk about. But after like the whole 7 minutes is up or whatever, then we'll start getting into battles, and then I'll be talking more from there. So then you're just going to run over the pile of rubble. You're just going to run all the way up. So then you'll see Leslie. You get transported. Just keep running up. You'll see him again. You'll get transported all the way up. Just run up the stairs. Open the door. And then, of course, this should look familiar here. This was chapter 1. So then just keep going. So now we're going to go through this door. We're going to make a right and then make a left. There's going to be a switch over here. Just kick that gate down. Use the switch to open the door. Run down the stairs with enough stamina because, like I said, you can run down the stairs a lot faster with stamina, no matter if you have high stamina or very low. Usually when you have low, you start running slow. So then go down the ladder, jump off, kick the gate, make a sharp right. You're going to aim your gun on this part so you don't fall in the puddle of blood. So just do that, and then as soon as you fall down, you're going to want to hold back so you don't fall in the puddle of water. Then just kick the door down. I'm sure this looks familiar to you as well. Make a right. Just keep following Leslie. And then we're actually going to be able to go through this gate here. Just hit it with your crossbow. I believe the melee animation for the crossbow is relatively fast, so that's why I use the crossbow. And then just kick the door down there. Just keep following the path. Kick that door down. Then we're going to kick this door down. So then this part here, you're just going to aim your gun. As soon as they're done talking, you're just going to let go, and then you're going to be able to run again as soon as they're done talking. As soon as that little cutscene ends. And then just keep going. Don't go in the first door, but go to the furthest doorway. And then you're going to see an elevator. Press the red button. And then go inside the elevator. And then we are out the elevator. Just kick this door down here. There's going to be a cutscene. You're just going to simply skip it. And as soon as you go in this door, we're going to restart the checkpoint, and we will get our stamina replenished. And then open this door here. There's going to be a person that we're going to need to talk to in one of these doors. Just keep running all the way straight down until you get transported back. As soon as you get transported back, you want to open this, not open it, but just talk to the guy that's in the door here. And then you're able to skip, thank God. And then you're actually inside, and then just hurry up, turn around, and then just follow the path, skip the cutscene, and then we're going to be transported into a different area finally. So now this is the good part. This part can actually be pretty difficult, but if you have the Fighters Pack DLC, it makes it a lot easier because we're going to be using a lot of incendiary bolts and shock bolts. So then restart the checkpoint here so the enemies get respawned faster. So then we're going to shoot an incendiary up there, and then we are going to pick up these matches here because we're going to use them. They're going to show a scene of the enemies coming out, but they get burned, as you can see. And then you're going to pick up the sniper bullets there. You're going to throw the shock bolt exactly in that area, or at least close to that area. So when the enemies come down, they all get burned. So there's going to be 4 that you're going to have to burn. And then what we're going to do is come in the middle here. We're going to shoot a shock bolt exactly in that middle position there. And if successful, the Ruvik clone should get stunned, and a few other enemies should get stunned as well. And then if you place the match properly in the exact area, they will get all burned, as you saw there. And then as soon as you burn all 4, you restart the checkpoint, make another incendiary bolt, and then you're going to throw that incendiary bolt in that exact position where I threw it. Pick up that harpoon bolt. You're going to pick up the trap parts as well, and then we're going to shoot another incendiary bolt up in that area where the enemies came out the first time. So then just make sure you pick up all the trap parts and sniper bullets as well. Make sure you put a shock bolt in that exact position near the sadist. When he comes out, he's going to get shocked. Also, too, a little side note, don't get too close to the sadist, because if you walk too much forward, what's going to happen is the incendiary bolt that we threw all the way to the back, it won't blow up. It won't kill the enemies. So make sure you're not too close ahead. So then we're going to shoot him in the head. We shot him 4 times already. When he falls, he's going to get shocked. We just shoot him another time in the head, and then he's going to die. He's dead for good. So 5 times in the head plus a shock bolt's going to kill him. So then in this part here, you're going to move to the left. We're going to shoot a harpoon bolt to the guy that's on the left side holding the stick of dynamite. We're going to do the same thing to the guy on the right. As soon as he's done shooting at us, we're going to wait until the guy on the right has a stick of dynamite. Then when he has a stick of dynamite, just shoot a harpoon bolt. He's going to die. And then this part here, I screwed up totally. What I did was I reloaded my sniper rifle. And what I should have done was I should have jumped over the stairs before reloading. So that was a miscue there, but I lost about 4 seconds. And then you open the door, restart the checkpoint, fall down here, aim your gun so you don't go into the rolling animation. We're going to use a freeze bolt to disable this bomb here. When you use freeze arrows, you can pick up the, you don't have to disable the bombs. And then this part here, we're going to use the same strategy that I used in my first run, strategy found by Damono, at least from the video that I've seen from him. And then we're just going to use explosive bolts and form a line. So if successful, what's going to happen is we're going to, the keepers, we're going to be fighting 2 keepers, and what's going to happen is the keepers are going to chase us. And when they do, they're going to keep walking forward towards me, and they're all going to get hit. So you guys will see in just a bit. So then also what I do too is I shoot the one to the right twice, and I shoot the one to the left at least once. Because I don't know, for some reason when I tried killing them both, for some reason the one on the right would always stay alive. So that's why I shot them twice. And then they should die. You just open the door after that. And then you see Ruvik, you're just going to aim your gun to move faster. So then after that, they just show that you have to go all the way where that eyeball is to the light. We have to go all the way down there, and we have to avoid all these traps. So then I restarted the checkpoint here because it's more of a safe zone for me. So if I screw up, I can just restart. So then follow the exact same path I'm following to avoid the lights. You're going to run over here. You're going to watch out for this light here. Disarm this trap. As soon as you disarm that trap, you're going to watch out for the light. You're going to hurry up and run to the side, disarm that trap. And then as soon as the light goes away, you're going to touch that switch, restart the checkpoint. I restarted the checkpoint because you're able to get by this whole part a lot faster. So then you can shoot those eyeballs with the flares. That's what with the flashbolt, and that's what I did. And then you just shoot the trap with the shotgun. You should be able to avoid the light and be able to get to this segment very fast. So then you're going to see the spikes. You're going to run to the left, and then you're going to run to the right because we have to avoid the puddle of blood. And then you're just going to run the middle on the last part. And then you should be fine. You shouldn't get killed by the spikes as long as you're not running into the puddle of water. Or blood, I should say, sorry. And then just keep advancing. And then we're just going to go press this button here, go up the elevator. So we're pretty much almost at the end here. Just a few more parts. So then now, pretty much we're going to be fighting the final boss. And it's going to be relatively pretty easy, nothing really too serious. And then I'm pretty much like out of like everything, pretty much. So I think the only thing I had left was like handgun bullets. So pretty happy about that because I don't have too much extra bullets, of anything. So that's good. That's what I wanted. So then you're in another cutscene. You can just skip it. It's going to be kind of boring here because I don't really have much to say here. Just, that the run is almost over. So skip this as well. You'll be in a different location here as soon as you fall down. So you'll run into Ruvik here. The first segment we're going to be avoiding Ruvik, and then later on we'll be fighting him. But we get transported here where it looks like we're on some building here. So then Ruvik's going to try to kill us with his claw. You're just going to run to the right. And then keep running forward up. And then you're going to run to the left. And then you're going to stay on the left. And then just keep running up. And then this part here, we're just going to keep running. So then keep running. He's going to try to kill us. And then just first part, run to the left. Second part, run to the right. And then just run to the left. You're just going to run to the right. You're just going to do that for a bit. And then another cutscene. We are going to, on this part here, we're going to find that random truck. I think that was chapter 12. So now we have the infinite ammo Gatling gun. We're just going to be shooting his tentacles, and then we're just going to be shooting his the glass part that's on his brain. Pretty much we're going to be shooting his head, so you're going to want to crack that open as fast as you can. But you can only do that every time you shoot his tentacles. So you're going to be doing this for a while. So then you break it enough where he throws you. And then they're gonna show Sebastian getting impaled pretty badly. So then after this, Ruvik's gonna start chasing us. You're gonna see the sadist that we killed in chapter 15. If you guys remember, he had a rocket launcher, and we will actually be able to use it now. So then this part here, I was able to kill Ruvik pretty fast. Not really sure how. I'll kind of explain what I did. So we're gonna restart the checkpoint too, by the way. So then what I did was I waited about 9 to 10 seconds. I waited till he got a little close. And in my first run, it took me a lot longer than it did than this run. So I'm not really sure how I did it, but I guess the best thing to do is just wait till he gets a little close to you, and then start shooting him. Try to aim at his head as best as you can, and you should be able to take him out pretty quickly. I mean, it's possible that it might actually affect the first part of the run where you're shooting him with the Gatling gun. That might also have something to do with it as well. So make sure when you're at the first segment with the Gatling gun, make sure you try to shoot off as much glass as you can. So the second part might be a little easier for you. But I'm not sure if that has to do anything with the second part of him dying fast. But I just noticed that in my first run. So if you guys know anything, let me know. So then this is going to be the final part here. All we have to do is just shoot Ruvik and then he dies. And this is pretty much the end of the run. Yay! Just one last part. We're just going to destroy the brain. So we finally get out of this crap. Pulls out the stem. He starts walking. So he starts walking slowly here towards the brain. And then pretty much what's going to happen, he's going to take it out, smash it, and that's the end of Ruvik.
I'm going to finish this.
So then he pulls that out, throws it on the ground, have to walk up to the brain, and then he smashes it with his foot. And that's the end of that. So then my total time was 2 hours and 58 minutes and 41 seconds. No deaths. And that's all I really have to say. Also, too, when the assignment DLC comes out, I'll be doing some stuff with that too as well. So you guys stay tuned for the assignment DLC speedrun. I'll be doing that for sure when it comes out on March.
No one can.
And that's about it. I really don't have anything else to say. So, I mean, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything that I missed or skipped, or if you guys just want to say something about the run or anything that can help me improve the run, that's greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys have yourselves a good day.